enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Right about now, I'm thinking to myself, why didn't we take another day off?
Why now, though?
Because it just hit me.
Oh, we're already sitting here.
I know.
Damn it.
No, we'll have a good show. No one is here.
No.
I think we're the only live show from the SiriusXM facility.
The roads are very, very light today.
Very easy ride in?
Driving in, yes.
Very, very nice.
I like that.
Well, we are the workhorses, so, we got to
exactly.
We got to make our appearance and do our radio show.
That's what we do now.
Because we have the lame deal.
Yeah.
A lot of people that work for SiriusXM have the sweet deal.
We have the lame deal.
We have the lame deal. And we just want the bosses to know that we know.
We know.
That you know.
We know that you know that we know that you know.
That you gave us a lame deal. Yeah. We want one of those sweet deals.
Sweet.
We
want a sweet deal.
Howard Stern is not here again this week. And you can't blame Howard.
No.
It would be so easy to blame Howard, but if the company's going to give you 12 to 16 weeks, whatever the hell he gets, a year off, you're taking that sweet deal.
Yeah. I would take the deal.
I
would definitely take the deal.
Oh, we'd love to mother F Howard over it, but God bless him. God bless him for getting that done.
I know.
By the time
Lucky
he gets...
ducky.
This is how much time he gets off. By the time he gets back, the Michael Jackson story will be completely gone.
Yeah.
Completely gone.
Yep.
He wasn't here for the Michael Jackson death, all the controversy, all the hubbub, all the chatter.
The hullabaloo.
The Reverend Al Sharpton, the burial, all that he's going to completely miss. That's how much time he gets off. God damn.
Must be nice.
How was your 4th?
It was nice.
Nice?
Fun. Yeah.
You have a fireworks display in your backyard?
A party? No. I wasn't even at my house.
No?
For the 4th. No. Went over, hung out with Keith and stuff. Went out on the boat
nice.
A little bit.
That's
Saw
the way to
some
do it.
Fireworks out there. Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. It was nice. Had a good time.
Very good.
Time off is great. I don't care what I do. It's just fun to sleep.
Yeah, sleep and just do
sleeping
nothing.
is the whole thing. It has nothing to do with, like, I could pretty much get off of when we're done here with the show, get off, and then do whatever I want to do.
Sure.
It's not like, I have a day that I got to go to work, so I can't do this, that, or the other thing. We're given the opportunity to get off pretty early, relatively speaking to what other people do, and do fun things.
Yeah.
The only thing that sucks a moose dick is getting up early. Everything else with this job is gravy. Just getting up early is something I despise.
It's the shock to the system.
I hate it.
The shock to the system.
Especially after a weekend. Got a nice long weekend. It's, you're hanging out. You're having fun. You're tipping a few back there. You're sleeping late. And then you got to realize, then I realize it's Sunday. And I'm like, it's 2 in the morning. And I can't go to sleep because I woke up at 3 in the afternoon. And then, you get in, and all I think of is, like, I can't wait to get home and go back to sleep.
Well,
it's terrible.
We got to get a few laughs out before that.
Oh, I know. But then
we will.
The thing is, once I get home, I go like, I'm not that tired.
I'm ready to do a show
and
now.
Then I just do stuff. I'll hang out. I'll go to Best Buy. I'll friggin', go to the range. I'll do something.
I love the people that bitch that they have to get up at 7 in the morning.
Dude, 7.
In my world,
a treat.
Thank you. Even if we weren't doing mornings, in my world, that would be just an amazing thing. I'd get up at 7 every morning like it's nothing.
Oh, wouldn't that be
I would
great?
laugh at 7 in the morning. Laugh! Want to go right to the phones? They are lit. They haven't talked to us in a while.
I know.
None of us have real 4th of July stories, I'm imagining.
No.
I went up to the Rochester area
and
just, lounged around like you did. A lot of sleeping, a little drinking, a little socializing, a little boating.
No big stories. No one blew their face off that I know.
Dude, you know what, though? God damn it, they still have, like, martial law in other parts of the country. That's what I learned this weekend. Really? Just through the Twitter, just through my experiences up in the Rochester area. Down here, what? No tolerance with the fireworks, right?
Well, that's what they say, but I saw a lot more fireworks this year than I remember seeing.
Oh, okay.
More private fireworks.
All right, that's what I was getting at, because there was nothing but private firework displays where I was.
Yeah.
All over the fucking place.
Yep.
I mean, all over.
But those have been rare of late.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But it's coming back a little bit, you think?
Yeah, I think it is.
Oh, okay.
I do think it is.
I thought they just, looked the other way a little more where I was this weekend.
Yeah.
Let's say hi to Matt in Harlem. Matt.
Hey, what's up, boys?
What's up, Matt?
First off, I just want to give a quick thanks to Opie for visiting Tennessee on the 4th of July. Wishing a good luck, bro, to Steve McNair.
Well, let's slow down with that. I did say that 2009 would be the year of the celebrity death, and we got a bunch of them.
Yeah.
This year. Steve McNair is the latest. Also, the guy that managed the Rolling Stones and the Beatles passed away over the weekend.
Brian Epstein?
Klein.
Not Brian Epstein, some other dude. Probably.
Klein.
He probably was the manager when, in their lame days. Although the Beatles didn't have many lame days. What do you got, Matt?
But, I just heard that Al Sharpton, he wants Michael Jackson to be honored just like, he doesn't want this double standard of racism that we're giving him because, Frank Sinatra and Elvis Presley were honored when they fell the way they did. And he also wants to allow a commemorative stamp to be pushed through quicker than it is for most celebrities that have a 5-year waiting period. He wants it to be pushed through like they do for president.
A stamp that you have to be under 5 to lick. That's child molester joke. Child molester joke.
You lick it, it tastes like bubble gum or cotton candy.
Or dirty pennies. Depending how clean the kid keeps his ass.
Just wants to continue his ways.
We were, Matt, we were trying to warm up a little bit, but we're gonna slap Reverend Al around a little bit today.
Yeah.
What the fuck did this guy ever have to do with Michael Jackson?
Nothing.
His career, his family life. He doesn't know any of these guys from a hole in the wall.
No, every picture he's in it.
How is he making this about him?
He jumped on the bandwagon. And stupid Joe Jackson, who's as big a shyster scumbag as Reverend Al is opening his arms to the great Reverend Al.
Right.
And now Al is bitching about how the media is portraying Michael. He doesn't like it. He says, why didn't the media say bad things about Elvis? Or about Elvis Presley or Frank Sinatra. Like, well,
maybe it's because they didn't touch little kids.
Exactly.
Thank you, Matt.
Exactly.
I don't think
they didn't try to turn themselves into the Elephant Man, as Jim Norton puts it.
Yeah.
Well, is that what's happening, Reverend Al? Is that what's happening? Is that why that they're making these allegations about Michael? That
is why.
Yeah, Frank Sinatra wasn't brought up on charges of diddling any kids.
No, he diddled a lot of Hollywood starlets.
Well, he sure did.
With
nice
that was
stems.
Frank. That's Frank. Nice gams. Nice
gams
and sticks on that broad.
Right.
That's what he did.
What is Reverend Al thinking? Everyone knew Michael Jackson was a complete creep and freak.
Yeah.
But he was a very talented musician, blah, blah, blah.
And now Reverend Al is trying to make revisionist history once again by brushing the truth under the rug and coming up with Reverend Al's truth, which is, hey, this never happened. How dare you? It's racism if you say that Michael Jackson was a pedophile or an alleged pedophile or anything other than just an amazing musician and what an artist he was. And shut it.
Well, the media doesn't really praise drug addicts either, Reverend Al. And if it comes out, if half these stories are true that we've been hearing the last week or so, Michael Jackson was a major drug addict.
Yeah, the stories of Elvis being a drug addict, those never came out?
Of course they did.
That he died with a big log hanging out of his ass?
That's all they talked about.
That's all people talked about. And Michael Jackson, supposed to be treated like a saint? Go fuck yourself, Reverend Al. Go fuck yourself. Hate that guy. Ugh.
You think he'll be giving a speech at the Staples Center tomorrow?
Oh, of course. He's latched onto this like a tick. You got to burn him from the body. You got to take a cigarette and burn his fat little body so the head comes out, or else you get an infection.
So he leaves the Jackson family alone?
Yes.
Ugh.
He is entrenched.
And I still say something bad happens tomorrow. I'm still going with somebody dying tomorrow. At the Staples Center or outside the Staples Center, they have this thing set up for disaster. You heard, right?
Yeah, they put out like
16 or 17,000 tickets.
Yeah.
As some kind of lottery. So now everybody, there's a picture in the paper today. Everybody's checking their phones, waiting for that email or that text message saying, "Congratulations, you won the lottery. You get to see the Michael Jackson Memorial."
Gives a shit.
I have no desire to go to that, even if they gave me a front row fucking ticket.
Yeah, you're going to sit in the Staples Center so people could talk about a dead guy and you can look at what? A hat and a glove on a stool or something? What are they going to do? Gives a shit.
You know, they're not saying it, but they're going to drag that dumb dead body onto that stage.
Oh, they should do that.
Or it'll be just a coffin then and say he's in there and he's not in there.
Marionette the guy and make him do all his famous dances. Put ropes on him. Just put ropes on his dead body.
I would
be great.
Now, I would go to that front and center.
Now that I would want to see. You're right.
Would you just sit there openly laughing?
Oh, yes.
So they only gave out 17,000 tickets, and people are ignoring what LA's saying. Like, if you don't get one of these tickets, please stay home.
Stay away.
No one's staying home if you live in that world.
They want to go grieve outdoors and be a part of it.
And I guess British Airways, they can't fly people here fast enough from Europe.
Yeah.
From Britain.
Why?
And whatnot. They're all,
these lunatics.
They're coming from all over the world, Jimmy, to L.A.
Lunatics want to see this shit.
Even though L.A. is saying you don't have a prayer of seeing anything, they're still coming. It's going to be a disaster tomorrow. It's going to be an ugly, ugly scene.
Yeah.
It's going to be ugly.
I have to go by the Staples Center tomorrow. I have a meeting at noon. Is
that going to be a problem?
That'll be just my luck that the big meeting I get with, like, you know, the head of NBC or CBS would be that day. It'd be downtown Hollywood, and I would be late because of that freak's funeral procession.
I disagree with you on this one, though. I don't.
Oh, because of the
I think because Michael Jackson's fan base they're the same ones that like go to Roswell and look for UFOs and shit. They're crazy people. Michael Jackson fans are crazy people. There's no real like hard-hitting gangsters going there that might cause some trouble. There's crazy white people.
I'm not even looking at the gangsters.
And what are you looking at? What do you think is going to be the problem?
Some of those broads that I've seen walking around with those Michael Jackson T-shirts.
Really?
If a few of them get on a flight to L.A., that's the ones I'm talking about. Yeah.
That?
They look like they could be in any talk show audience in America. Those type of, that's what I'm going with.
And where do you think the Staples Center is? Beverly Hills? That's not in a great area. If it's where is that where the Great Western Forum is?
I don't know, Jimmy, to be honest with you, but I would imagine that the gangsters that just happen to be in that area because that's where they live might have a problem with everybody there.
That's true. Okay.
I see what I understand the angle. You know, hardcore dudes just weren't into Michael Jackson.
They'll see but they'll see some potential victims and stuff.
Oh, man.
It's going to be easy pickings.
They could set the drive-by shooting record.
That's going to That's going to be the watering hole on the Serengeti.
Dude, it's going to be... I can't wait to sit in front of a TV and watch this mess tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, some white lady who drove in. Me, pardon me. You boys over there in the red, pardon me.
Oh, get the commemorative Reginald Denny fucking potholder over her.
Exactly. I know. I mean, toilets are sold out all over. Potholder?
Potholder. Ow, that would hurt.
Yes.
I meant flower pot. A potholder is silly.
Potholder.
She would just go, why did you do that?
My God, they're beaten with an oven mitt for hours.
I'm an asshole.
And not even a bruise yet.
A potholder over
there. A potholder.
That would be terrible. Gang members were seen with doilies all over Los Angeles.
Hey, we got the Reverend Al thing that you were talking about. And brought this to our attention. The media concentrating too much on the controversies.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
What?
First of all,
they're not.
When was the last time Michael Jackson had a hit? For real? Mid-90s?
Yeah.
It's pushing 15 years without a hit?
Yep.
So
the only thing in the news for the past 15 years has been his perversions, his weirdness, his kids that aren't his, his lily white children that obviously aren't his face falling off. I mean, it's been a freak show.
His Peter Pan ranch,
right? All
the
that
animals,
crap,
all that
fucking
shit.
Allegations of him sleeping in the bed with the kids and sexual favors, oral sex with children. There's been this allegations. For years. That's all it's been.
God, why do they give this Reverend Al the attention? I don't get it.
I have no fucking idea.
Get it.
why this guy is getting any attention.
Also in a sermon today, you were actually in the pulpit today, and you spoke out about the...
He gives sermons?
Sermon at the pulpit.
I thought that Reverend Al thing was like, how...
What kind of reverend?
How celebrities get that fake degree at colleges. Yeah. I thought that's where... For real, I
An
didn't know
honorary reverendship.
Yeah, I didn't know he
honorary.
actually made... Did you know he made actual sermons in?
No, because he gets up there. It's nothing but race-baiting shit. It's not a sermon. It's not a holy man. You're a race-baiting piece of shit. You're one of the biggest racists out there that points the finger and calls people racist. Meanwhile, he's worse than a Klan member, if you ask me. At least they're honest in their hatred. You're a lying sack of shit.
Also in a sermon today, you were actually in the pulpit today, and you spoke out about the media's coverage of Michael Jackson. Why'd you say that?
I think that it's fair game to raise all issues, but to just raise this demonizing of Michael Jackson.
What a cocksucker.
How many news broadcasts have you seen where all they've shown is Michael Jackson dancing, singing, his upbringing, without nary a word about the allegations of child abuse and rape?
How many times have we seen the moonwalk in the last week and a half?
It's only been about his talent, and they showed the Apollo Theater fucking shit and all the fans. What is this guy talking about? Did he hear one thing, maybe? Did he tune into one news broadcast and heard something? Because I haven't seen it yet.
He's an opportunist. Here at Sirius XM, we got a channel that's just dedicated to Michael Jackson 24 hours a day. They're not even touching any of the allegations.
No.
It's all about his music and his talent and people. Yep. What about Larry King bringing all his friends and family on night after night talking about how great of a guy he was?
Yeah.
They touch on some of this stuff, but guess what? They have an open discussion, and they ask these people that really knew Michael Jackson, so did you ever see him with kids? Did you ever see this? And he's getting, these people that were close to Michael Jackson to defend him on all these allegations. Fucking Reverend Al, when is he going to go away?
I know. Just fuck, you're a dinosaur. You're irrelevant now. There's a black man in the White House. There's a whole black family in the White House. The highest office that can be held in this country is held by a black man. So shut your yap. Go back in your fucking hole. Crawl in your hole.
Isn't it amazing that, like, with Obama being president and Colin Powell had been Secretary of State, or whatever, Condoleezza Rice had been, was Powell Secretary of State, or no, he was the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, and Condoleezza was Secretary. It's with all these positions that have been filled by blacks and by Latinos and all that, this Al's idea of being rebellious and bucking the system is saying that the media is concentrating too hard on all of the child molesting charges of Michael Jackson. Like, that's where you're at?
That's where he is.
God damn, Al.
That doesn't prove you're just a dinosaur. He's done.
That's the best you have?
Mm-hmm. He's done.
In racist America?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This horrible racist country.
The fact that he could survive career-wise after all of those allegations is amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
You shouldn't have survived one of those allegations, much less a bunch of them, where there's payments allegedly made and all this shit. Come on, man.
Yeah.
What other entertainer could survive? Roman Polanski had to leave the fucking country.
He left the country. He still can't come back.
Good, he shouldn't.
And that was a girl.
And the girl's now like 60, I think.
Yeah.
And she actually said, she doesn't care. Let him come back.
Right. It was the best day of her life.
Shit.
And his wife was murdered, and so people tried to be understanding. Cause, Sharon Tate.
Right.
Yep.
I don't know if it was the best day of her life.
But
who knows? All right, here's more of Reverend Al.
Of Michael Jackson, and to act as though all of the allegations, many of them found untrue. I mean, he was acquitted of charges by a conservative jury in a conservative county in California, and they're talked about like they're fact, and like that's the whole Jackson story. That's what I object to. But the fact is, whether one wants to go through this or that, my concern is that this is the dominating story of Michael Jackson in some parts of the media. Not all, but in some parts of the media. Should it be raised in context? Yes, but is that all we're going to talk about and all we hear about? I think that there's been too much.
Dude, in context. I've never heard him say in context before.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? They've been talking about his talents as well. What are you fucking talking about? That's something you can't just... Everyone has seen the coverage. Everybody.
Just brush it under the carpet like Reverend Al and Tawana Brawley case. How about that? Remember her? Remember that lying sack of shit, Tawana Brawley? Huh? And how you ran to her defense without question and accused a white man?
Stephen Pagonis.
Yes. Of raping her when it never happened? How about that? Why don't we just concentrate on that whenever you fucking talk? Yeah, ugh. Good guy disgusts me. Race-baiting liar. Ugh, ugh.
The Michael Jackson funeral reminds me of the early SNL bit Elvis's coat on stage. That's Sonny Forelli.
I remember that one.
I don't remember
Elvis's coat.
Oh, really?
And it was just Elvis's coat, and they would go back and forth on a cable as Elvis's music played.
And what?
It's like on a coat rack.
That was his memorial?
Yeah, that was it. That was it.
That's pretty
People would pay to see it.
Well, that's kind of what they did in Harlem.
Exactly.
Reverend Al set up a nice little thing in Harlem where it was a dumb hat. What was it again?
A hat, a glove.
A glove and
a pair of diapers with blood in them. Wouldn't that be a great memorial?
But he was very talented, Jimmy. See, we've got to keep it fair.
That would be great.
A box of Kleenex, a pillow with teeth prints in it, and bloody diapers.
And a blank check made out to the parents.
Exactly. Yes. His and her blindfolds for mom and dad, and a bloody back seat in a Rolls Royce. Yeah. And a Ferris wheel where every seat smells like blood and shame and fear.
And fear.
And I fucked him on that one, and then I put my penis in his mouth in that one. I remember that right. Yes. That was fun. Neverland, because I say, when are you going to tell? And they say, never. Never.
How about the allegations that he traveled with an anesthesiologist? Holy fuck.
Traveled around with an anesthesiologist just
to knock him out.
Just to nap.
And then you know,
great,
and then that guy had to just keep the drips coming to keep him asleep.
Yeah. Keep him snoozing.
You know what I like in my dressing room? I like a little plate of food.
Yeah.
Perhaps some fruit. I like to have a Starbucks. I like a little green tea, some Alka-Seltzer, and a deli plate.
That's it.
Yeah, God, am I easy?
We've been on tour. Can you imagine if one of us had an anesthesiologist? How creepy that would be.
Anesthesiologist.
And that creep would just be around, and you know why he's there.
That ghoul just wandering around,
putting one of us down. What the fuck?
Walking around with a stethoscope on, and
would you have small talk with the guy backstage, knowing why he's there?
How you doing? What's new?
Well, you know,
putting this gentleman to sleep.
I gotta go shopping for some drugs while you guys do the show today. I'll be back at the hotel.
He has a problem sleeping in the hotel room, so we put him down. What a creep.
Yeah, let's not talk about any of this stuff.
No. Just talk about
his shit could be the best
and
shit ever as far as the celebrity stuff goes.
Don't you realize his life is a circus? It still is. I was going to say was. His life and in his death, it's a circus, Reverend Al. The guy was a freak of nature, a freak of a sexual freak, a surgical freak. And you come running to his defense just to get your face on the news. Because now that a black man is president, you're irrelevant. You can't come out and bitch as much, can you?
Well,
God, does he annoy the piss out of me?
Well, Congressman Peter King is telling it like it is. And the media is too scared to say that. They're saying there's a lot of outrage because of what Peter King's saying.
Why is there outrage?
What did he say?
Not
what
he's saying. It's all over the place. He's a local congressman, New York congressman,
Republican, Long Island, I think.
Yeah, okay,
good.
And he had some. We got what he had to say, but the media is just treating this like, oh my God, there's outrage all over the place.
Why?
Did you hear what Peter King said? Oh my God!
I agree with this guy.
Hi, this is Congressman Pete King, and yesterday I marched in 2 4th of July parades in Wandsworth and Massapequa Park. Today I was taking a walk through Wandsworth, here to American Legion Hall. Firehouse down the street, a fire memorial a few blocks from here, and it really reminded me of the great men and women who sacrificed so much for our country. People fighting in Iraq and Afghanistan today, cops, firefighters, teachers, none of whom really get much credit. And yet, for the last, I don't know how long now, this lowlife, Michael Jackson, his name, his face, his picture, is all over the newspapers, television, radio. So all we hear about is Michael Jackson. And let's knock out the psychobabble. This guy was a pervert, he was a child molester, he was a pedophile, and to be giving this much coverage to him day in and day out What does it say about us as our country? I just think we're too politically correct. No one wants to stand up and say, we don't need Michael Jackson. He died, he had some talent, fine. There's people dying every day. There's men and women dying, say, in Afghanistan. Let's give them the credit they deserve.
Fucking Peter King, God
Good
bless
for you.
I will say this:
God
what a dumb.
you.
What he's a. I like what he said.
Oh, he'll be in
but
trouble
to come
for
right
this.
out and just say he's a pervert, he was a child molester.
You know what?
You're just asking for a fucking lawsuit, though.
You know what, though? A lawsuit for what? And then they'd have to expose some of the shit that Michael Jackson did do. I think if you came out and blatantly said that he was a pedophile without saying allegedly or anything like that, I don't think anyone wants to fuck with you, because then now you could prove that he is. I mean, they would have to prove that he isn't. Might cost you some money, but I mean, I don't know. I like this guy.
Yeah, I kind of like it too.
He's got gumption. He's got moxie.
I like it too, man.
I like that guy.
Speaking of the coverage,
Is that the girl that was in studio ever? No?
Yeah, no, that's little. That's the little.
What is that?
That's the Little People Big
What is
World
that thing?
mother.
What is that thing?
From my show.
Jesus,
really?
What is that thing?
That's Amy. That's Amy Roloff.
Oh, was it?
Just a small gal.
She rolled off the assembly line before she was done.
I say fuck you to all our listeners today.
Alrighty.
And I'll tell you why. Because you didn't let us know that there was a Little People convention at Randall's Island this weekend.
Yeah.
I would have fucking went and pointed and laughed all weekend long.
Yep. Would have been fantastic. And point and laugh.
That's a little joke. But Amy Roloff is jumping on the get rid of the midget word bandwagon.
Yeah. Do we really
Every group
have
wants
to...
their word dismissed now. And we said this was going to happen. You guys got to kind of have a good memory. When the whole N-word controversy was going down, they're burying the word, and they're trying to get rid of the N-word, and this and that. We're like, this is no good, because now we're going to start banning all sorts of words all over the fucking place.
Now midget is a word we can't use?
Well, they're trying to get rid of midget. We were throwing that around before the show today, and we suggest that you now call midgets the N-word.
Right.
And you call the N's the...
Call blacks chinks, call midgets niggers, call Irish people faggots.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Call Italians gooks. Just mix the whole thing up and nobody will know what to do.
So it doesn't make any sense.
It makes no sense.
Right.
Call a nice married couple, a husband and wife. Say, hey, you dykes. They'll go, what are you talking about?
Look at us.
None of it makes any sense.
It's a man and a woman married. We have kids.
That was Opie's suggestion. It was very funny. Just switch it over one.
Right.
Or switch it over a little bit.
Just switch it over.
Which
but
was great.
I was trying to beat around the bush with my own bit. Yeah, you just got to say it.
Yeah.
But it would become meaningless. It's like
it's ludicrous.
Look, they're nasty words. If you call a black guy a nigger, or if you call a gay guy, hey, faggot, you are probably deservedly going to get punched in the face.
Right.
If you're willing to take the shot of getting your teeth knocked out, be my guest. It's a stupid thing to do. But to ban the words, it's just like you can't do that.
No.
There are social consequences for those words.
Yes.
I can't say fuck you to the listeners anymore, because now I got some knowledge. It's happening in Brooklyn until July 10th.
Wow.
Sam, you got to go interview some midgets.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah. Interview some midgets for everybody.
I heard there was like 3,000 of them here.
Well, it's the Little People convention.
Wow.
Which is fucking awful. The room, there's like 8 rooms now taken up. You can't get a room on the 11th floor of the Holiday Inn.
That's like a...
They get together to find husbands and wives.
That's like a...
That's all.
Is that what that is?
Oh, it's like a get-together thing?
No, they get together a couple times a year because,
Think they hook up?
Well, because in their hometown, there's not a lot of midgets walking around, so they have to, get together.
Ooh.
And find, people like themselves, and then they end up hooking up, and then, they end up getting married and stuff.
Midget threesomes going on in that hotel room.
I think it's pretty much they get together to find spouses.
Those twisted up little fucking legs. Just wrapped around each other.
Let's march against them.
Short little arms.
I don't even know why I'm beating them up, because I love Little People, Big World.
They're fine. There's nothing wrong with
terrific.
them. But I say let's march against them just to be ignorant assholes. Down with them. Little people, go home.
Wherever you come
poisoning
from.
our children in our neighborhoods.
Go back where you came from, like they have a homeland.
No, you mean like the vagina, like they could probably fit back.
Stephen S. from Bayshore reminding us that we, too, hate the word midget. We like kickable much more.
Oh, we were calling them kickables.
Well, because of Stephen S. from Bayshore. He came up with the term kickable.
Kickable.
A funny bastard.
Kickable.
Kickable.
Forgot about that.
They're not really kickable, though. I gotta challenge Stephen S.
Puntable.
They're not though, because they're dead weight, man. You're gonna break your foot
Yeah,
every
it
fucking
hurt.
time. You're gonna sprain that ankle easy, if not snap it.
My friend Dean, I think I told this story in the air. One of my best friends growing up was a midget. He was in the fucking
one of your best friends growing up.
No, he wasn't a midget, but he was.
Oh, okay.
Dean was. He's dead now, but he was one of those lunatic guys that would literally say anything anywhere. Dean was a crazy motherfucker, but he was funny, and he was skating in the roller rink years ago. And there was a midget in front of him, and Dean was with his buddy. So Dean took his hand and put it out over his head, and then put it like by his waist, and put that like that's how tall the midget was, like to make his friend laugh. And the midget saw it, so the midget turned around on the floor of the roller skating rink, and grabbed my friend by the shirt, and threw him up against the railing, and they actually got off the out of the roller skating rink, and he pushed him up against the wall, like where you walk instead of skate. And the guy's going, "Meet me in the bathroom." And Dean's like, "What'd I do? What'd I do?" And he's like, "Meet me in the bathroom." And Dean's like, "What'd I do?" And Dean is holding onto the rail and won't let go. And the midget finally went and just spit on him. The fucking midget spit on my friend in the roller skating rink.
They got that strength, man. I wouldn't mess with a midget.
Yeah. He said the guy was extremely strong.
Dead weight too.
Meet me in the bathroom.
Midget strength, really?
Yes, Ed.
It's that compressed muscle?
Yes.
And a lot of anger.
You can't move a midget around.
Nope.
It is hard, I guess, yeah.
Hell no, they don't topple
no
over.
They got no leverage on their arms, but they do have a low center of gravity.
Try knocking a midget over. It ain't happening. Try knocking a regular person over.
Like a bulldog.
Easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could trip them a little bit. You can't trip a midget.
Gotta agree with you.
Low center of gravity on the whole damn thing.
Big fucking flat feet.
By the way, these are all jokes because, someone will take this stupid audio and then throw it up somewhere and we'll get fired. So we got to just acknowledge as we go along that we're just joking. We're making jokes.
We're just joking.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
What we mean to say is...
What do you think of that Peter King thing? That's pretty good,
Punched over retard. I'm just kidding you.
Welcome
to our humble home. Guy's great.
Fuck. God bless that Peter King, moving back to the Peter King thing.
Yeah, see? Good. I'm proud to have a guy like that representing.
And he makes a good point about the media.
Long Island.
I'm more pissed that the media is just Michael Jackson all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unbelievable. Our troops are coming home, right? Didn't they start coming home July 1st?
Is it? I know they're going to be.
Well, the cartoon.
Like no more troops in 2011.
I think we started the withdrawal, and one of the cartoons in the paper was pretty good.
Yeah.
Basically, a guy asking the media if they're going to cover the withdrawal of the troops, and the news anchorman said something like, only if they moonwalk. Only if they moonwalk out of there.
That's pretty good.
Or something like that.
That's good.
I might have to get the actual
all too true
cartoon to make sure I represent that correctly. But you want to take a break?
Sure.
Well, this guy wants to thank us, which I really appreciate. Rich in Ohio, go ahead.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey.
Welcome aboard, Rich.
And I just wanted to say thank you guys for having a live show today. I got Best of XM a few weeks ago, and I haven't changed it from the virus, man. You guys are fucking awesome.
Oh, thank you, sir. We appreciate it.
Can I tell you I'm sorry.
And I'm also a strong black woman, and I agree with everything you're saying today.
He's a strong black woman. All righty.
Do you have? I gotta say the iPhone app.
Thanks,
for fucking. I didn't like. I didn't know if it was gonna be any good. And I mean honestly, it's fucking phenomenal.
Oh, of course it is.
The iPhone app
Absolutely.
for SiriusXM is phenomenal.
That's a game changer.
Dude, that is
a game changer.
Unbelievably good.
Right there on your phone, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was literally listening to it because I can't listen I don't have a thing in my house, and I just turned my fucking phone on and was listening to the. It's like what I like about this is like it lists all the songs on every fucking channel.
Yep.
So you're scrolling, and even in my truck, I can't do that. Like it's frustrating. I want to know what's on.
The app's amazing. They did a great job with it.
Yeah, that's one thing. I certainly wish the Opie and Anthony name was more prominent, as it should be. But the app itself, technologically, was fucking well done.
Absolutely. Game changer.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Very good.
Get it?
Sarah Palin.
I actually didn't get that. Ugh. Am I stupid?
Sarah Palin.
Just stunk.
Steve McNair. Joe Biden.
All together in one room.
Disney.
Walk into a bar. What?
Serial killer.
Yeah, Disney. We had another
serial killer.
Close it down.
We got lots to do today. Are you a fan of the serial killer? If you don't know the victims, that's the question I have for people
why not?
today.
Why not? I watch the shows. I love watching like Cold Case Files.
Mm-hmm. As long as you don't know
like
the
that.
victims.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of them until I really read about them.
And then they really creep you out, right?
Well, like Bundy. I think Bundy's last victim was a 12-year-old girl who he like raped and smothered in the mud to death. It's
He slacked off a little bit from his.
Well, his heyday, you hear about like he was
yeah.
this gentleman serial killer and he was suave and good-looking, but the guy really was a savage piece of shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they really are awful.
Yeah. I like watching the shows, though, on them.
Yeah, I love it.
Those
They're
goddamn
fascinating.
A&E shows.
From the
and things
comfort
like
of
that.
your very safe home.
Exactly.
Very safe home.
Just watch them.
All right, Opie and Anthony, just getting started. We are live today, whatever day, July 6th, 2009, to prove it. We're here.
Yeah, see?
This isn't a repeat. We are your workhorses, and we are here broadcasting for you, my friends. Checking out the Opie and Anthony show. Thanks for joining us today. We appreciate that.
Hello.
Fucking Joey Chestnut. God damn. You watched that hot dog eating contest?
No, you know something? Pat wasn't in it. So I said, fuck him. I ain't even watching it.
You know what? I should have said the same thing.
But
I should have said the same thing.
I am loyal to my pal Pat from Munaki.
Joey Chestnut?
Yeah.
Do you know how many hot dogs he ate at least?
How many?
Do you know?
I have no idea.
Set a new world record?
Did he?
68.
Holy shit, what was the record before that?
I don't know.
Wow.
I think
68.
I think 14 or something like that.
And
68 hot dogs.
And who came in second?
I don't know.
Was
Probably
Kobayashi in it?
Kobayashi was in it, but he hasn't won in
He's
3
old
years
hat now. He's old hat.
Joey Chestnut, 3rd year in a row. He's the new guy. Not even the new guy anymore. He's the guy.
He's the guy to beat.
68 hot dogs.
And buns.
Somebody explain how that's possible. I think Pat has even tried to explain it, and I don't get it.
Well, you got a muscle, a girdle that has to be stretched out.
68 in 10 minutes, by the way.
Wow.
10 minutes.
That's almost 7 hot dogs a minute.
I can't even eat my breakfast
Do
in
that.
10 minutes. It takes me an hour to get a dumb fucking egg white
do
omelet
that?
down.
Astounded.
Imagine if you were in the contest and every one you just ate slowly and
Daintily.
enjoyed with a little bit of mustard.
Mustard on it.
And then with 10 seconds left, you took a bunch and just shoved it into your mouth and the buzzer went off. And you're like, oh, darn.
Just gingerly eating it, chatting with your neighbor next to you.
Texting.
As he's just shoving shit in his mouth. It's like, hey, how you doing? Hey, don't eat like that. You're going to get a bellyache. Chastise them.
The news on the day after the contest had a plate of hot dogs, 68 of them,
Yeah.
to show you what it would look like.
Oh, really?
Then they had some cute banter about trying to eat all 68 hot dogs. Oh, we all laughed and laughed and laughed.
Loft.
God, I love that banter.
Yeah.
Isn't it terrific?
It's fantastic.
Stephen S. from Bayshore wants to plug an appearance. I mean, he's doing very well for the radio show so far today. I'd like to plug an appearance, he writes.
Oh.
I'll be painting the inside of F.H. Riley's the next 2 days.
Oh.
And then he writes, showbiz.
Is he painting?
That's what he does, huh?
I can't believe my brother gave you the job. I'm amazed. I'm amazed at that.
Really? He's an all-around handyman.
No, we're very happy to give Stephen S. some work.
Let him paint because you know what happened to the last guy that was rejected as a painter? He went on to other things. A little man named Adolf Hitler.
He was a painter?
Of course he was. Not like that kind of painter. He was an artist. I actually have a book of his works. It's not bad. It really isn't.
Is that why? Jesus fucking Christ. If one more person would have said great flowers.
Yes. If somebody would have, accepted him as an artist, and his stuff ain't that bad. You look at it, it's like, watercolors and shit. But,
What a dick.
But, just
I got to see, Hitler's artwork now.
take a look at some
I
of
have to
Hitler's
see
paintings.
I have to see Hitler's water lilies.
Yeah.
Jesus.
If
It's
you could
nice stuff.
If you could find Brian Regan's take on art, his special just happened to be on Comedy Central over the
there
weekend,
you
too.
go.
While I was
That's
having some coffee. If you could find that, I would love to play Brian Regan's take on art. That's an actual
bad.
painting?
By Hitler?
That's a Hitler.
Get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
just pop up another one.
That's not bad.
Do you have any of these prints?
Bad. It's, and if people said it was good, maybe, say, there's a Hitler.
No way.
Yeah,
I did not
look.
know this. That's some good shit.
But if
Where are these photos, these paintings?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
And following
in my attic,
and following Reverend Al's, advice to the media, shouldn't we be praising Hitler for his artwork as well as all the crazy stuff he did in his life?
How come? Why all the negativity? Why only negative things? Talk about the wonderful paintings he did. See, look at that. It's a little room. It's got a couch.
It's kind of
looks a little cold.
Yeah.
For a guy who was a mass murderer, he really had boring fucking art ideas.
Just some chairs, a window.
Yeah, well, fucking an awful vase. Everything's off kilter a little bit. Hitler stunk as a painter.
Pat from Munaki. We asked and we get the answer.
Okay.
Joey Chestnut did 59 hot dogs last year. He did an extra 9 this year.
That's something.
New record is 68 hot dogs in 10 minutes. That's unbelievable.
Did he? Was it a steady eating? Did he at
Has
the
to be
beginning?
steady.
Or did he go hard at the beginning, or did he really come back at the end?
They got this thing down where now they're just shoving it in like a wood chipper. They just go.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I don't understand.
It is amazing.
And Stephen S. from Bayshore again. What the fuck? Everyone else, all the other instant feedbackers took the day off, you motherfuckers.
No one
We're
wants
here.
to play.
Where the fuck are you? Is it true that they're going to be burying Michael Jackson without his brain? And if that is true, why? Supposedly that just hit the internet.
No way.
Burying Michael Jackson without his brain.
That's got to be a rumor.
Huh?
That's a rumor.
When you go, don't you want all your parts just in case something?
Are
just
they
in case.
Study his brain?
I don't know.
Yeah, what if you need all that stuff in the afterlife?
I don't know what I believe anymore, but I'm a just-in-case guy. Just in case.
You never know.
You do the right thing. You donate all this shit to science, and you're up there with nothing.
You go, oh,
trying
boy.
to pick up broads, and half your body's missing.
How long is this going to last? Oh, eternity.
Eternity, without your eyeballs.
Without your eyes.
And there's some great stuff to see up here.
Yeah.
Fuck!
You should see it's paradise.
But are your eyes seeing
but I can't see.
From someone else's body?
No. It's got to be your own.
And because of that, are you seeing?
No.
Fuck.
It's got to be your own.
Yeah.
I think
creepy.
Heaven is a place where all the streets are gold and you're living on clouds.
Wow, that's heavy duty, man.
I think so. And you see all the people that you used to like, but they died. And there's always food for everyone.
How lame are we, though? We, when we were being brought up, they said, like, heaven's up there. And
heaven was up, yeah.
And they always show it as clouds and stuff.
Yeah.
But they really mean the heavens, which is a lot higher, and I don't think there's any clouds up there.
No, but that's outer space, and they don't mean that either.
They don't mean outer space?
No, that would be silly if heaven was outer space.
It has to be outer space.
There's nothing in outer space.
That's the only way to look at it.
It's a big vacuum.
But aren't we total assholes? Isn't gold a soft metal?
Yes.
And we think that because we find it pretty, that the creator of all would line the streets with a soft metal that we find attractive on charm bracelets.
That would be awful. Because what happens if the rim of your vehicle hits the curb? Because they're lined with gold, which I mean would probably be the curbs, right?
I imagine you wouldn't be driving in heaven.
It would dent it. Why
not?
Why
wouldn't you?
What if my paradise is driving?
Sure,
it's heaven. I should be able to do what I want.
Right? You have wings.
I use them occasionally, like a bird. They jump around.
But why gold? Like, why would God take our idea of gold being pretty? Like, what if God likes something else? Like, I happen to like lead.
Like, streets are lined with lead.
Yeah, I made it heavy for a reason, assholes. Talking monkeys.
Go further. What if he likes baby fetuses?
And just the streets are lined with baby fetuses.
Who are we to say what's pretty and what's
That's
not?
true.
Maybe in God's eyes, the most horrific thing is the thing. Can we find out about Michael Jackson being buried without his brain? That's fucked up, and why?
Los Angeles coroner spokesman Craig Harvey confirmed that neuropathology tests will be carried out on the legend's brain. What do they call him, the legend? The legend's brain to see if it holds any clues to the exact cause of his death, said the newspaper.
Okay, that's basic shit. But is he being buried without his brain? That's just a dumb autopsy.
But they're going to bury him without his brain, and then what?
Still undergoing coroner's test for drug use.
Yeah, see, they're still
I can't wait for that coroner's
still having fun with it.
And I don't think they could hide anything. Not L.A., man. They can't fucking fool around with that shit. It's going to be amazing what we find out. Sarah Palin stepped down over the weekend.
From what?
I don't know. I don't know.
Why?
Some people saying to get ready for a run at the presidency. That's insane.
Doesn't she know that it's hopeless for her to do that?
You can't quit being governor and blow off all your people.
That's a little early.
Something's a bit fishy with this one, right?
I agree.
I think this is the first step, and then a bombshell hits in another week or two.
You don't just walk away from the governor's gig. Obama's been in office for 4 months or 6 months.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 3.5 years left.
Uh-huh.
You don't need that much time to get ready. What is she going to be studying? It's impossible.
Trying to get her
she was that close
credibility up.
She was that close to being the vice president, and here she is, like, quitting. Like, wow. That would be a bad one, right?
Alaska. Governor Sarah Palin's decision to resign was largely prompted by the personal legal cost of the ethics investigations against her. So you leave your job?
What, then?
She's probably going to want the lecture circuit or write a book.
Yeah,
so
she could do that.
She leaves the job, and then what?
And writes books, yeah, and goes on lectures, makes some
No, but
cash.
then what about all that money she's spending? She doesn't have to worry about that anymore? No more bills coming in?
Well, that's what the book would be for.
Oh,
she'll write a book.
I see.
She'll go on the lecture circuit and make some more money, because I don't know what it pays to be a governor of fucking Alaska.
Mm-hmm.
Can't be that much.
They took his brain.
Michael Jackson's brain. Yeah. It's kind of ghoulish, but isn't he going to be cremated? No one knows anything of what this guy's doing. They're all going to the Staples Center. I saw these lunatics that went online to try to get these tickets, millions of people, and they don't even know what's going on, by the way.
No.
They clamored for these things. There's no idea. They have no idea if the body's going to be there, the family's going to be there. They don't know what this is, and they're freaking out that they're going to go to this thing.
I'm a seer.
You're a seer?
I call it a seer, even though someone says it's what? How do you say that word? If you like
prognosticator of prognosticators.
Nice, I like that. Wait, what movie is that from?
That's of Groundhog Day.
Oh yeah. God damn it, I knew that one too. Fuck. No, they'll definitely have a coffin at the Staples Center.
Do you?
Without a doubt, because
dude, is that a little tacky?
But if they're worried about something happening to the body on the way to the Staples Center or any of that bullshit, there'll be a coffin there. I mean, and they'll say Michael Jackson's body's in there, but it might just be an empty coffin that all these dummies will stare at.
You don't see that
they
as being
have to have
tacky,
some kind of
though?
coffin in there. They're thinking Lady Di. You know how Lady Di had that whole fucking thing.
But they never put her coffin on display.
Sure they did. Through the streets of...
No, that was a royal funeral procession.
Right.
Which is different than him selling tickets or giving away tickets at an arena.
That's why they didn't sell them. That's the tacky part, technically. Although I do agree with you, the whole thing is tacky. They have to have a coffin there. They have to. What other reason would there to be there?
They'll look at it like it's a celebration of his life. I bet you that they just have the thing with the glove.
Yeah,
they'll have some shit where they'll people talk about him, but they wouldn't have a coffin to make it would be seen as too morbid.
Yeah.
And they're afraid people would probably rush the stage and try to just knock it over and have a laugh.
Oh, would that be a goof?
$20?
See him pile out on the stage, flunk.
$20?
His brain rolls out.
$20 his coffin?
$20.
Or an urn if he gets cremated, whatever the fuck.
Urn could be different.
Why would that be different?
But I don't think they're going to cremate him that quickly.
I'll take that bet.
I'll take it too.
20 clamaroos.
$20.
You don't think there's
no
a coffin there?
No coffin, no urn.
No coffin.
Oh my God! I just made an easy 40.
I don't think so.
I
It'd be funny if we were all wrong. They just pushed his body out and yelled at it. Imagine if they just yelled at it. Can't touch her. They all screamed at the body. His little feet were crooked.
Right.
No brain. It's funny. Wow. It's funny that they took his brain out. And it had images of children in it, like the fucking Nightmare on Elm Street when they saw Freddy's brain. Remember that? They're trying to just polish those kid pictures off so they can look for the drugs. Well, it is a long way to go for a boo.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, it is a sporting, center, the Staples Center, right?
Yeah.
So imagine they just throw the brain into the audience and have everyone kind of like you do with the balloons and stuff at games, just keep hitting it up in the air.
For a concert and things like that. Yeah, you just bat his brain around
the arena. Are you watching tomorrow, or you can't be bothered?
I'll watch the highlights, I guess.
I'm one of those guys. I got to sit down and watch this shit.
Yeah.
These big events, when JFK went into the drink and they didn't know what the fuck was going on, JFK Jr., I sat in front of my TV. It was the middle of summer. It was beautiful out. I had to watch.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for that shit.
You think they're going to do him like Stalin? Like put him in the glass case so people could just come by and look at him?
Wow.
No.
Well, Jackson may be buried in concrete.
Well, that's because a lot of cement was showing up in Neverland. But we learned they're not allowed to really bury a body there. What if they buried a body, quote, temporarily?
Yeah.
Where they say this is a temporary thing.
No, they're going to bury him in concrete so no one can go dig his body up.
Oh, we know that.
Yeah.
But they're saying I think they wanted to bury him at Neverland, turn into a Graceland and all that, but there's some local zoning crap there. You can't bury bodies on private properties. Private property.
There's so many rumors going around. Like,
what's the best rumor you've heard?
Well, the one was that it's going to be at Neverland. That was a rumor. And that people are going to pay money.
It wasn't even a rumor, though. The cement trucks were showing up. Why else would they show up?
I don't know. Pave the place over.
I
have no idea. Yeah, get rid of the evidence.
Get rid of all the DNA.
Yeah.
All the kid DNA.
There's, they were going to sell tickets so that the Jackson family or something could buy Neverland back and then bury him there. Nothing made sense. Like, is he rich? Or is he broke? That's another thing.
Now they're saying his state is worth $500 million.
Well, then he's $100 million rich. He was $400 million in debt.
Oh, okay.
I heard $400 million in debt.
Oh, that's how they do the math. Because me and Ant were trying to figure it out. We're like, is he rich or fucking poor?
How do you get $400 million in debt? What are you buying for $500 million that you're not? How do you keep telling people, look, I promise, I'll pay you?
Well, his drug bill, if you believe that one, he owed $100,000 to a pharmacy, a local pharmacy.
No, did he?
100. Imagine that. We've all been to the drugstore. The fuck?
Drug prices are outrageous. That was for one prescription.
Look, every once in a while you get one of those drugs. It's like, fuck, 600. What the? But we're talking $100,000 in the hole.
Because he would buy Cialis and Flintstone chewables at the same time.
All right, so we
I cranked my neck on that one.
So we got Brian Regan talking about art. We ever find that? Not yet. All right, whatever.
Oh, art.
It was from his latest Comedy Central special.
Yeah.
Hyperbole, whatever the fuck you call that thing. Hyperbole.
Hyperbole.
What was the word you always use with hyperbole?
It was something hyperbole. It was
whatever. Fuck. Sarah Palin.
Comic.
I'm determined to take the right path for Alaska, even though it is unconventional and it's not so comfortable. With this announcement that I'm not seeking re-election, I've determined it's best to transfer the authority of governor to Lieutenant Governor Parnell. And I am willing to do this so that this administration, with its positive agenda and its accomplishments and its successful road to an incredible future for Alaska, so that it can continue without interruption and with great administrative and legislative success.
And you're a poker player. That's a tell right there, right?
Yeah, something's going on.
Something's
she was
going
talking
on.
really fast, too.
Yeah, something's going on.
She's talking real fast.
She's asthmatic.
Yeah. She's living up in Alaska.
Let's say hi to Tom in Philly. Tom, how are you, Tom?
Hey, One, how are you?
All right, man.
I just wanted to bring up the very funny image of Michael Jackson's beautiful wooden coffin as that concrete thing swings around and that first wet glop just drops right on the top of the coffin. It's funny.
You just like that little ruining the shininess of the coffin, just plop.
Look, man, those funeral home directors, they guilt you into buying a coffin that's worth a lot of money.
Yeah.
I never understood that one.
Yeah, it's going in the ground. Who cares?
You go to a funeral home, you go into the basement because that's all the ghoulish stuff is, and they have just like looking at cars and stuff, and they have the really nice ones on display. The lighting's better over there.
Yeah, that's the one you want.
And then they guilt you away from the other side of the room where the cheap ones are.
Pine box.
Yeah, it's a little better than a pine box, but the same thing. It's like, oh, this is really important.
Yeah,
making sure you get a really nice one, and then they hint that if you really cared about the person, you would get a nice one. For what reason?
It's like, why? It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Well,
how to be buried at Forest Lawn?
Yeah,
that's what they're saying.
Where Sammy Davis Jr., Humphrey Bogart, and Jean Harlow and Betty Davis are buried.
No way. I don't care. I don't believe shit anymore. There's no way.
No.
You got that family is weird.
Yeah.
And they feel like they got an Elvis Presley on their hand, and they want to capitalize on that. You can't have people going to what is it called again?
Forest
Lawn. I know that's where all the famous people in L.A. are buried. No way. They got Elvis Presley. They got to figure out where to fucking put this guy where everyone could come and visit.
And where they can make money off it.
That's what I'm saying. You can't make money off that. And then Neverland and all these other places are meaningless. But if you have the body there, that's a pilgrimage for a lot of people.
Yeah,
is Elvis buried at Graceland? He is, right?
Hell fucking yeah.
I've been there. I don't even remember.
Elvis Aaron
You
Presley.
were at Graceland?
When I was touring with Dice, we did casinos down there.
Oh, I would love to check out Graceland.
We didn't get a private tour, but we got separated from the public tour, so we had a lot of time to ourselves.
See the log?
No, but I will let's just say
there is a log.
We asked about the duty, remember?
Yeah.
Our exclusive interview with the people that take care of Graceland.
I do know someone who has been upstairs, though. It's alarmed. You cannot go up the steps. However, the management company that I am currently with, let's just say they were merged with the company that owns Elvis's estate.
Allowed to go upstairs?
Maybe. Perhaps.
Well.
Did you go upstairs?
I have not. No. Are you kidding me? No, but perhaps someone high up on the management chain saw the entire residence.
Wow.
And what do they say about it?
I didn't ask. I will find out.
Why wouldn't you ask?
Because I didn't hear it from them, but I could just call and ask. I honestly didn't.
Imagine there's a flat screen up there. What the hell?
I was just looking at CNN, and it's like Michael Jackson to be remembered. His big thing. They're going to do live coverage from the Staples Center.
So what is Reverend Al talking about?
So where's and they didn't show a graphic of him licking a little boy's knob. They showed a picture of him with his glove on and
doing the moonwalk.
Yeah.
Reverend Al's a liar.
Reverend Al's an idiot.
They said this morning it was a solid bronze coffin plated in 24-karat gold, cost over $25,000. That's Justin G. from Westchester, PA.
Really? Sounds great.
25 G's is nothing to that family.
What they would do if they had any fucking dignity or class is they would take him and bury him in a very, very cheap coffin and then take that price difference and donate it to something.
And pay off another kid?
Pay off another kid's family.
Who would say that? That's crazy.
Exactly.
Palin continues. She makes a basketball analogy.
Oh, no.
Does she?
We know we can affect positive change outside government at this moment in time on another scale and actually make a difference for our priorities. And so we will, for Alaskans and for Americans. Let me go back quickly to a comfortable analogy for me, and that's sports, basketball. And I use it because you are naive if you don't see a full court press from the national level picking away right now. A good point guard, here's what she does. She drives through a full court press, protecting the ball, keeping her head up because she needs to keep her eye on the basket. And she knows exactly when to pass the ball so that the team can win. And that is what I'm doing, keeping our eye on the ball.
I'm embarrassed for her.
Yeah, so long, dummy.
What is she doing?
A good point guard, she always knows that she can't be a point guard because she's a girl. And her glasses fall off and her big tits flop out.
How about you practice your analogy in front of a mirror for a few hours before you go with it? You could tell she wasn't sure of her own analogy.
And then she passes it to the center, but his arms got broken so many times in Vietnam that he can only underhand the ball, and it hits the bottom of the rim, and we lose the game.
Because he hates the point guard.
Yes, he thinks the point guard, he yells, "Thanks, dumb cunt," and he throws the ball into the fence like Martini did in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
And again, of course, the black man wins this game against the white team. It's basketball. See? Get it?
It's all right. My basketball stuff wasn't exactly a hit either. It's tough stuff, basketball. Basketball humor's a rough one.
Tough to make funny.
Where are the Republicans at with the Sarah Palin?
They don't like her.
You think?
She failed. She failed miserably, and now it's like, get out of here. Don't taint
she had a nice
party.
She had a nice little gig up there. No one knew what she was really about, and she's been exposed so much in the last year. I think she just couldn't take it anymore.
And now I think that's probably why she's backing out. She wants to lay low for a while, I think. She wants to lay low.
I don't know. She likes the spotlight.
Yeah?
I think she loves the spotlight.
She loves it.
She just doesn't want to work for it. She'd rather just, like you said, write a book, do a little lecturing.
Relax.
Go the easy route. That's an easy route.
Take care of old...
No pressure.
Pete Rose. That's got to be a full-time job right there. Oops. Stop. Where's my penny collection?
Exactly.
Oh,
up someone's nose.
All those hours spent putting tape over the electrical outlets and signs. Don't lick here.
Let's go to cigars and scotch.
My penny collection.
Cigars.
Who has one?
Hey guys, with the basketball analogy, is she trying to tell us she's a lesbian?
Oh yeah, there you go.
Ah. So she doesn't have it anymore.
Oh boy.
Never good. I got 80 other jokes I could go for here. As to why she's retiring. Pete Rose. I want to spend more time with my son, Mo Howard. Stop it. What is he doing? Sorry, I have to go now. I'd make another analogy, but my son is licking the aluminum siding.
Oh my. He's not only eating lead paint chips, he's making a sandwich out of them between two bigger pieces of lead paint chips.
What are you gonna do? She's out of it. God bless.
Let's go to Canada. Ryan in Ottawa. Ryan.
God bless.
I was just going to say Michael Jackson should be buried in a big toy box.
Well, there you go.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I gotta practice on Adobe Photoshop, so when I have to go in and fix all those pictures, I can.
Yeah. Tough job she's got there now. Oh God.
Oh, Brian Regan on art. Sam found us.
Of course, Sam did.
All right,
he's a good boy.
What a goody gumdrops.
Let's say hi to Troy in Kansas. Troy.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, they're going to spread Michael Jackson's ashes at the Staples Center so he can be inside small children one last time.
Well delivered.
Yeah.
But how would that mean?
Yeah. How would
I'm
it
confused.
be inside small children?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go.
Their ashes would be inside of his ashes would be inside of their lungs.
Why? Are there going to be like a lot of kids there?
It's Michael Jackson, probably.
And
he probably okay, I'm out.
No, he didn't invite them. You were going to say he probably invited them, but he's dead.
Yeah.
See what? So what do you mean?
All right, I guess I burned.
What do you think they do, sir? Do you think they cremate somebody and then put him into the ventilation system?
Possibly.
Like, he'd be in an urn. Nobody could breathe him in.
Look, the guy's trying. He almost has it.
And, like, what would him being in their lungs
Can we at least
have
give
to
a
do
C-?
with anything?
Yeah.
No, this is a fail. This is a
C-
complete fail.
He had a
All
nice,
right, thanks.
He had a
Thanks,
nice
guys.
little concept.
No, it was
Work
horrible.
the concept a little bit, Troy. Come on. I'm with you. Let's go.
Give it a different delivery, man.
Oh, he's gone. He doesn't want it.
Yeah,
Where is
hang
he?
up. God, I wanted him to try again.
He's probably on the internet right now looking, how do you breathe in particles?
So he could call back and rebut.
The visual of putting Michael Jackson's ashes in the ventilation system.
I like how he cut himself off and he goes, he invited them. I forget
well,
it.
Yes.
Oh,
We've
he
all been
did?
to a wake with an urn. What they do is they take the body and they throw it in the air and they turn a fan on.
Yeah.
And everybody breathes it in. Very accurate.
Then you leave the funeral home like you were in a fire.
Yeah. It'd be treated for molester inhalation.
Dude, how great
What
would
a
that be?
buffoon he was.
How fucking great would that be?
Oh, God.
Especially if the person that died had a great sense of humor. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Bringing up
By
one
the
of those
way-
massive fucking flood fans.
Yeah. It's whirling around the room. There's no getting out of it. You're leaving like the first Trade Center bombing with some ashes around your mouth and nose. You're crying.
Then you go to the local restaurant to have a meal with everybody.
They're trying to talk at the wake, but they're all just uncomfortable. He really was a...
Seemed like a good idea at the time.
Yeah.
But Grandma's spitting her own son's ashes out of her mouth.
Oh,
Everyone's looking for contact drops. There's granules under their lids. Lawsuits follow. It's a disaster. The urn falls over and clunks loudly. Dong!
It's just supposed to be a joke.
A lot of dirty footprints to everyone's cars. Why not?
Yeah,
I always take the traditional route.
Yeah.
Why not get a little
horrific?
Little silly. Go horrific.
Go horrific. Horrify the people.
People always want like their ashes spread to a cool place. Like spread my ashes around the girls' locker room. But my goal is to take someone's ashes if they entrust you with them, and then just pour them all into a pile of dog shit. And then just wait until some kid in a bike runs it over. Here you go, stupid. There's your eternity.
That would be great. Just flush him down the bowl with a big shit that you just took.
A big log, and then daintily put him on there like he's the fucking wig on a Mr. Potato Head.
What's the difference, though?
Yeah, really.
When you pour the ashes out at sea or something, what the fuck are you doing? What do you think's happening to
It's
those
all
ashes?
going to make it out into the same place, right?
But what do you think's happening?
Yeah.
All right.
Silly.
Oh, God, that's funny. Let's say hi to Matt on Long Island. Matt.
Yeah, did you say, let me make a basketball analogy? My son's head.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Palin, sorry. Going back to that.
But it's not a vegetable. Vegetables like,
No, it's like a big basketball, Waterhead basketball, big, I don't know.
But you said vegetable.
Basketball, I said. Basketball analogy.
Oh. Now I get it. Why basketball? Just call everyone out on their jokes today.
Yeah. Scott S. from Quakertown is trying to pump up that other guy's joke. He goes, adding to that guy's lame joke, they're going to crop dust his ashes over an elementary school. Fuck.
Oh, see? Mm-hmm. Now that would have been a little better.
Yeah.
Just a little.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a break. Brian Regan talking about art, because why? Hitler, art.
Yeah, we were talking about Hitler. I actually did tie in a little bit to the Michael Jackson, Reverend Al thing. Where Reverend Al says, why are people concentrating on Michael Jackson being, brought up on pedophilia charges?
Right.
No,
he says
it's such good.
He says the media, that's all they're focusing on.
Yeah.
Which is so not the truth. It couldn't be further from the truth.
Of course.
The media is too scared to actually go all in with all the weird stuff.
They don't want people like Reverend Al on their asses. Meanwhile, Reverend Al is nothing.
Right. They completely balance it because they're scared.
Yeah.
They do a little freaky story, then they go, all right, let's show that moonwalk footage again.
I haven't seen Freaky Story yet. Haven't even seen it.
Well, the anesthesiologist is a little weird, but that's
I see freakish like that, but
that's
I don't
a fact.
I don't see what's happened the past 15 years, which have been nothing but child abuse allegations and payoffs. $20 million bucks, $20 million you pay a family. So what? You don't have to go to court and be disgraced. You wouldn't even have to go to court if you show up with a $20 million war chest against a family that's trying to sue you. You win. Period. You win. They run away.
And aren't you more disgraced with people wondering?
Yeah.
In the end,
with the element of doubt, I would be like, no, I am defending myself to the hilt on this one.
Would his lawyer bills be $20 million?
No
No,
way.
it would never be as much as he paid off.
And we're stupid to question that?
Exactly.
That sounds
it's
a little weird?
Obvious. It's obvious.
And we're stupid to question that, Reverend Al? Wouldn't you want the whole world to know for sure that you were innocent?
Michael Jackson agreed to pay $15.3 million to settle child molestation charges leveled against him in '93 by a California boy, according to a confidential legal agreement. $15.3 million. If somebody said, hey, you molested my child, I am going to come out with this, blah, 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 I would be, something? I will see you in court. I will see you in court, and I am going to spend a lot less than $15.3 million. But if I have to pay $15 million, I will.
So be it.
How much you got? How much do you and your young boy have to go against me on this one? Because I want to prove this because it did not happen. But no, okay, who do I write the check to? And what was his lame-ass excuse for writing a $15 million check to a mother and a boy. You just stop with the allegations and alleged and crap like that. Never convicted. Who pays $15 million? Come on.
And that's just one of the many weird things in this guy's life. So shut up, Reverend Al. Guy completely changed his face.
Yeah.
We're supposed to talk about how great Thriller was until we can't breathe anymore? Fuck no. Holy shit, the guy changed his nose and his skin color.
Changed everything. Changed everything so he wouldn't look like a black man.
Right.
Reverend Al's there defending him because it's in the news.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, why don't we play the Brian Regan art clip? Because we did art at the beginning of this break, I guess.
Yes.
I guess that's the reason we're doing this.
A little Hitler.
It's a little laugh. Brian Regan always makes us laugh.
How do you decide if art is any good? Who's in charge of that, Realistic art, you can tell because you can compare it to the real thing. Hey, there's a painting of a bowl of fruit. Hey, there's a real bowl of fruit. That's a great painting. I look just like a bowl of fruit. Everybody agrees and you move on. Man, that guy can paint some fruit. That looks just like an apple. But abstract art, who decides if that's good or not? Like Picasso, he puts two eyes on the same side of the face. And if I were judging, I'd have to take points off. Pablo, look around. Does anyone have two eyes on the same side of the face? No, hence the low score. And people say, well, that's just it, Brian. He sees things differently. Well, then he shouldn't be painting. Might want to give him a camera because he's not even close on these images.
Wow. They finally opened up the Statue of Liberty, huh?
Oh, yeah?
That only took 8 years.
I know, right?
Why did that take 8 years, for real? What the fuck is wrong with us?
Everyone's scared.
Everyone's rah-rah that it's finally open, but I'm like, what the fuck? Why 8 years?
Yeah.
Why?
People are scared that there was going to be terrorists that would blow the arm off or something.
Or blow it up while people were inside?
Yeah.
Well, can't that happen to any building in New York?
Yeah. But it was like symbolic, They didn't want that symbolism of freedom and blah, 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 blah.
Oh, God. Don't you think we made some lame moves after 9/11?
Yep.
A lot of lame moves.
Right after, had the whole world's support and everything, and then...
If I was a terrorist, I'd be like, look what we did.
Yeah.
We got them scared. We made them change everything. That fucking building should have been built by now. Let's start there.
I know, that whole fucking embarrassment.
I was down there.
Embarrassment to have a big hole in the ground where the building used to be.
I was down there recently because, the bike path goes right by there. So I go that way every once in a while. And, fuck.
Yeah.
It's still below ground. I guess they're building officially, but you got to remember it went down 4 or 5 stories or whatever it was.
Is it below ground? I haven't even
It's
been
below
down
ground.
There. I don't know how long.
All the other buildings in the area, you can't even tell that they were ever part of any major terrorist attack.
Mm-hmm.
For real, you can't tell. All the buildings down there look beautiful except for where the tower stood.
Yeah.
And it's still barely anything is happening
It's
there.
like a reminder. It's a reminder of it, and not a good reminder. Like, a tribute, something, a memorial. That's like a good reminder. This is just a horrible reminder that, first of all, that it happened. Second of all, that we can't even fucking get together and figure out what to put there.
That's what bothers me even more.
And then the red tape
and we can't
other
figure it out.
Bullshit.
As the greatest country in the world, we can't figure it out. 8 years later. What? No. What? Right? 8 coming up?
Yeah.
8.
Yeah.
8 fucking years.
8 years.
But we finally got the Statue of Liberty open. That should have been closed for
like
a year.
Like a week.
Maybe like the anniversary of 9/11 or something. The first year
Maybe
you do something positive. Go, all right, we're opening this fucking thing up again.
Yeah.
8 years later, we finally get that done? It's lame ass shit.
Yep.
Oh, I did not know this. This is why, Aunt. Richie Boy from Maryland. Richie Boy.
Hey, what's up, boys?
Hey, man.
Yeah, turns out that Jesse Ventura found out that super thermite paint was used when they were redoing it, so they had to redo everything.
Oh, God, the thermite paint, right.
Thermite.
They used, you ever hear of thermite paint? Did you ever hear? Yeah, heard of thermite paint never being used in building demolition. Never. They drill holes, put giant sticks of dynamite in, use beam-cutting wedges with explosives and shape charges. Thermite paint.
They must have had the best.
Really?
They must have had the best cleaning crew ever.
They sell it with the same paint where you can paint a tunnel on a wall and you go through, but the guy behind you crashes into the... All right, Jesse, we get it.
But just going with what you were saying, and then they had to have a cleanup crew that had to get all that dust off everyone's, stuff.
Yeah,
every single cubicle spotless after all this crazy construction going on every night.
And then what if somebody dripped some paint on your desk and you put your pencil down, your desk explodes?
Right.
An asshole.
You can't even hang a picture in your house without dust getting everywhere.
Yes.
What the fuck?
Yay.
But they're going to keep it nice and clean so no one is suspicious for
that's
night
what
after
he's
night
gonna
after
do.
night after night.
What if there's an electrical flyer?
Flyer?
Yes,
A
electrical flyer. No, I didn't make a mistake there. What if there was an electrical flyer? Like, say there was a big party and electricity put flyers out all over. Hard to recover from that.
We're not even supposed to be here today. What? Let's say hi to Dave in Jersey. You might have some knowledge. Dave, you got knowledge?
Hit it, Dave.
Yeah, I got knowledge. My stepfather actually owns some part of the company that's erecting the World Trade Center. I'm actually in the fabrication shop right now.
Okay.
And the reason why it's taken so long to go up is the Port Authority. I was down there for like 3 or 4 months. The Port Authority is fucking assholes. When I was down there, we were putting bolts in the columns, the huge mega columns. There'd be like 2 or 3 inspectors on each iron worker. And I don't know if you've ever been in the construction industry, but it's hard enough doing work, never mind having 3 pencil-neck assholes breathing down your throat.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
It takes forever to do everything. So
Thermite
the only reason
paint.
it takes so long, if you look across the street at Goldman Sachs, huge building, ginormous, took 18 months to put up.
Well,
It was gonna take 8 years.
I know, it looks great. It's giant.
Most of these buildings take less than 2 years now.
Yeah, I mean, we put up the New York Times building. That took less than a year. That's 48 stories.
No way. For real?
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
It's just bullshit. It's all the Port Authority. It's money. These people are getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to stand around and show you what you've been doing for X amount of years.
Right.
Damn, man.
All right.
All right, I'm punching out. I just wanted to give you a little
embarrassing.
info. Everybody's very frustrated in the Ironworkers local about this bullshit.
Dude, I hear you. All right, man.
All right. Good talking to you.
I flew, for the holiday, whatever, and going through the airport, you're just reminded of how ridiculous airport security is.
Yeah, always.
With the 3 ounce of liquid. It's just we all get to be bothered now because what they did on 9/11. Simple as that.
Yeah.
I'm looking at half the shit on my carry-on. I'm like, if I really wanted to, the shit I can make out of the stuff in my carry-on that's not on the list would be way better than the liquid and everything else.
Yep.
I was looking at just my dumb sunglasses. I'm like, all right, I pulled the fucking things off. For real. And I was like, all right, then break the lens and you can make all sorts of stuff.
If you took your sunglasses and snapped the things off.
Right.
And then tried to get in with just those things.
Oh, yeah.
They wouldn't let you in.
Right.
But if they're on sunglasses, then you can.
I get so annoyed because
it's hysterical.
They're not protecting us in the end.
No.
Just look, next time you fly, do a little exercise with yourself secretly because they'll have you arrested. And look at the stuff that you have in your carry-on that's on your person. And just start doing some imagining.
And tell the guy at security what you're doing.
But I'm like, what are they really protecting us against? When you could still make all sorts of stuff if you really wanted to do something crazy on a plane.
I think they're trying to keep just some kind of deterrent from crazy Muslim extremists that would bring something on that they could do damage with, like Shoe Bomber or some guy.
All right, you're Mr. Terrorist guy.
Yeah.
You understand the rules, so now you're like, okay, I got to work around the rules.
Yeah, exactly. That's just
what,
it.
You're Mr. Terrorist guy showing up with like 6 ounces of fluid going, oh, I forgot.
Oh, damn it. You got me.
Or are you sitting there going, no, I could make something out of my sunglasses that I usually never wear.
Yeah. And they never check what's in those bottles below the certain amount of ounces that you have. So, like the plan would be that you have a bunch of guys on the plane that can then mix these things together and make something.
They all bring 2.5 fluid ounces
and mix it into a gallon of whatever. They're the only people on the plane, though. It takes so many of them that they're the only ones on the plane. They blow themselves
How about
up.
this? One guy could do that because you just have 4 or 5 2.5 ounce fucking bottles.
That's
of shit.
true. Yeah.
I was just going through, going, this is a joke.
Yeah,
it really is. And God bless the people that are doing it. They're doing their jobs, and, they're trying to keep us safe. But in the end, it's a joke.
It really is a false sense of
security
that
you're
given there. But I don't think they'll go for the plane angle again.
No, of course not.
First of all, it really is too difficult now to pull those shenanigans. And people are so onto it that at the first sign of any shenanigans happening on a plane, holy shit. You'd have everyone, old ladies would be jumping on people.
I don't know, dude. I'm telling you, there's something psychologically damaging about terrorizing people at that height. Because you're so helpless on a plane, what they're going to find a way to do, and here's how they're going to do it, is they're going to find a way to get it in through the, you know how you have stores in Newark Airport and all these airports?
Oh, right,
They're going to find a way to get people on the inside of the restaurants or the stores and get stuff in through there. Now, I'm sure those things go through some screening process, but there is a way to do it. They'll figure out a way to do it. They'll probably be done with some kind of explosives, and they go into the bathroom right behind the cockpit in first class, and with a right number of explosives, you can blow a piece of the fucking plane out right behind the cockpit, or noxious fumes.
Well,
something.
I'm not saying that you can't bring a terrorist couldn't bring a plane down, but it's just a matter of it's not that you're not terrorizing as much if you just bring a plane down.
Right.
You got to do things like you got to top the last thing they did, which is huge.
Right. I don't want to lose the moment. So you got Joey Chestnut.
Yeah,
that's the amount of food that he put in his body. That's impossible.
Or is he showing his technique?
His hand must always stink like hot dogs.
Yeah. So
Look
looks
at the
like he could
plate
be one
of
of our listeners.
68 hot dogs. Look at that. How is that fitting in you?
Yeah, look at that.
And how are you not completely destroying your asshole as you're taking shits the next day?
Yeah, that fit inside of him.
That's unbelievable. Buns and all have to go
That's
in.
bigger than a giant baby. It's crazy.
Excellent size comparison.
People got some Statue of Liberty knowledge. Let's go to John in Jersey. John.
Yeah, it's a fire hazard.
What? What was?
The stairway leading up to the top, it was too narrow to get enough people down if there was ever a fire.
So would they do?
It's made of copper.
And it's not going to have a fire, first of all. And all these years leading up to 9/11, there was never a problem in the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
And also,
and kids, stop wearing your helmets when you're biking. That's a waste of time.
How is it?
Enjoy the fucking wind in your hair.
The Statue of Liberty, made of copper, can set on fire.
Because everything has to be a problem in this day and age. Everything. We're lucky enough to we were alive when half this shit wasn't in place.
I know. Yeah, I remember that.
It was fun.
Yeah,
everything has to be a
in
problem
the hospitals.
now. Overcautious about everything now.
Yeah.
Everything. You can't do a jet ski without a license now?
What?
You have to get a license to jet ski.
What kind of license?
Well, you have to
jet ski license.
You have to prove, and this goes with our conversation actually, which is just another waste of time thing. You have to prove that you took a water safety course.
It's common sense.
So if you're a lunatic and you're on a jet ski, aren't you still going to be a lunatic with or without the license?
Sure.
Yeah.
So that's just a waste of time, making a major hassle for the rest of us.
Well, I bet that license costs some money.
And they get a little money out of it.
I bet it costs some fucking money.
But how is that stopping the lunatic jet skiers from doing what they're going to do anyway?
It isn't. They just figured it's
and if
all
they really,
about money.
And if they really love their jet skiing, they're still going to get their licenses, so they could do all that crazy shit.
All about money.
It's amazing.
I just bought it when I got a jet ski. I just bought it
and
plopped it in the water and figured it out as I went along.
Sure.
Dumped it plenty of times. threw myself off of it like a slingshot.
Yeah.
You get back on, laughed my ass off, drank while I was on it, of course.
Oh, you know what? Thank you, Sexy Rexy from Virginia.
Ooh.
First time seeing that name on Instant Feedback. Jimmy's view on airport security, blah, blah, blah. We're not protected. The restaurant area is the vulnerability. You see the stuff in the restaurants after you get through security?
Yeah, I know. Like real knives. And that's what Jimmy was saying.
Yeah, and you got the book bag, and now you got you. All right, let me decide what I need.
Yeah, they give you real knives and all kinds of crap they could give you. What are you looking at?
Big, huge boobies.
I thought little Nicky was coming.
Hell fucking no. You didn't see those bombs walking down the hallway?
No, I didn't find those attractive.
Well, the wrong color, I understand.
Oh, it had nothing to do with that.
No, it was, though. It was. We have, you know. Yeah, so you could get whatever you want in a restaurant.
Yeah. Yeah, it's false sense of security, like I said. You just got to do. You know what? You know what's even worse? Would you fly JetBlue or something?
Yeah.
See?
I'm scared of flying.
You get on one of
now.
those Airbus? You got on one of those Airbuses. That's what they fly.
Well, the JetBlue planes are very new, though.
Oh, certainly are. So are the other Airbuses.
Look, man, I'm scared to fly because I think the maintenance is way down right now.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you got to cut corners in all these businesses.
That's what they did. Cut some maintenance corners, and before you know it, tails fly off of planes. Well, the engines stop working.
That's probably a design flaw or material change.
It does sound like a problem with a little design flaw. Heavy weather, something happens to that plane.
Shouldn't a plane be safe in wind?
That's what it makes when it flies. It makes its own wind in front of it.
Well, but JetBlue is fun because they make flying fun.
How's that?
Well, just before we took off from Rochester International Airport.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a beehive of activity, that airport.
I bet.
4th of July weekend, I think we're the only ones in the airport. I'm like, doesn't anyone fly up here?
Really?
And the pilot comes on and said, you better close the windows. We're going to be going real fast.
He didn't say that.
He said that.
Imagine if he meant it, and not like as a joke.
Just as he, you know, hit the throttle.
Yeah.
Hit the old, what is it called? The yoke?
The throttle.
No, the yoke is what he told.
Yeah. The yoke's on you. The yoke is the steering wheel.
He actually said, hey, everybody, close your windows. We're going to be going really fast.
Yeah. Great. Thanks.
They like to have fun with their...
I despise airline humor.
And they name their planes things, too.
Oh, yeah. They get silly.
So, they have little names on their planes.
They get silly.
Yeah. I'll call this plane my wife because it's definitely not going down.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I feel, I don't know why I feel better with a plane with a name on it. Because it's fun. It's like, oh, they named it.
Right.
Ew, you do?
Yeah.
Where's the name?
What kind
the
of
name's
names?
right under the, it's like right in front of the door you get in on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
They name it. Like
what?
it has something to do with like the color, JetBlue, or something like that. What is that one called? Does that one have a name on it?
I did not know this, Ant.
Why are you looking on the inside of the plane? Sorry. See, look at the outside picture.
Anthony explained exactly where the name would be, and you went with the inside.
Steve's looking under the emergency row seats.
Go back to the Google for pictures. Now down. Now over one more. There, that one. Okay. Let's see what it says in front of the nose. Can you read that?
Oh, woohoo JetBlue.
It says woohoo JetBlue. That one's called woohoo JetBlue.
Cool.
See?
Should say black box here.
No, it just makes me feel better that the plane has a name.
Yeah, you know what? But not woohoo.
No, I would rather have a nice gal with some stems.
Sure.
Like nose art. They ought to just paint nose art like World War II planes. Real inappropriate, big fucking monster-titted girls on the front, like the old World War II planes. Mommy, what's that? Shut up. Get on the plane. See, I think Pan Am used to name
Let's
this
try this one. We're trying to move on from airport security. Matt, Tampa.
Morning, boy.
How are you, Matt?
Happy birthday, little Yimi. Hey, I got a buddy. He used to be special ops, going across the border, doing things you're not supposed to do. Now he's just a civilian contractor, does security stuff for the government. Whenever they'd fly him around, he'd get bonuses if he could sneak weapons through airport security.
Really?
Whenever he wanted a TV, he'd just find a way to sneak a gun, sneak a knife on through the X-ray machine in his handbag. He's got a new flat screen TV.
That sounds like a fib.
Yeah.
No, sir.
But would they tell him now to immediately confess what he was doing?
Yeah, no. After he'd get through, he'd go through. He'd get the security head.
All right.
And show him the weapon he got through, and then that particular airport would be under.
And they would arrest him.
But Matt, once again, terrorists aren't stupid enough to have their homemade weapon already made in their luggage, their carry-ons.
Oh no, he wouldn't be making homemade stuff. He would bring actual handguns through the airport, and then he would turn it in, show him his government clearance, and
I don't know.
go on his way.
I don't.
Wouldn't they just arrest him?
Right.
And say that's fake, and then what? He would have to make a phone call.
No, I mean he had the clearance to go through.
Yeah, what if I just make up a card that says I have clearance? I try to get a gun on, and then I just say, if I get caught, I just go, I was just, government.
And they're supposed to
job.
And they're
Where's my
supposed to
TV?
just assume that this person hasn't turned and he's not a lunatic that just happens to have all this clearance, right?
I mean, you can go ahead.
Can't people with really good clearance also be lunatics and just lose their minds and say,
Sure.
well, guess what? I got this clearance, so I could easily get this weapon through
Exactly.
Well, how else are they supposed to test the security on these places if they don't have people trying to sneak it through who are being paid to do it?
I assume there are people that are paid to do it, but I don't think it's just some guy that.
No, he's a civilian contractor. He's a guy that the government pays to sneak weapons through and find loopholes.
Well,
in security.
that's his job then.
Right.
Yeah, it's
All
his
right.
job. He's not just some random guy. He used to be special ops.
I'm
now
not
he's
gonna,
a civilian.
I'm not going to argue with you.
All right, sir. Thank you.
I won't argue with you anymore.
You ever take a soda can apart?
Well, it could be very dangerous.
You ever get cut because you're being an idiot
Yes.
as a kid?
You rip them.
You rip and fool it around with that?
Yeah.
Think that can't be used for something? It's a joke.
I saw a guy once who took a bite out of a beer can. And he said, "Check this out." And he gave it to his lieutenant, who said he was going to mail it home.
I remember that, too.
Stupid bunny.
Yeah. Let's go to Jeff.
Piece of pussy.
Except maybe the Indy 500.
Oh, the Woohoo JetBlue plane was named as a publicity stunt to promote the Simpsons movie a couple of years ago.
Oh.
Matt on Long Island. We got a governor contractor on the line, Ed. Jeff in Jersey. Okay. What do you got,
Hey,
Jeff?
how you doing?
All right, buddy.
Yeah, that guy's totally full of shit.
You're totally
All right.
full of shit.
Thank you.
No details, just totally full of shit.
We waited for you.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson in an interview in 1996, Ed. Because a lot of people wondering if he decided he didn't like being black. Was he blowing off his blackness? Blah, 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 blah. And also, he
Is
talks
Reverend Al
about...
going to get mad at this clip?
Probably. And he also talks about how Jesus hung out with kids. So we got two terrific clips from 1996.
Good.
But he kept his loincloth on.
That's the
He didn't have a rod,
right?
stupid. And he didn't pay fucking 15.3 loaves of bread.
I cast my rod upon this child.
You know, our ancestors had to be very careful with their rods if you really think about it. If you're wearing a loincloth to work every day,
watch your rod.
You got to be real careful. What do? Jerk off 10 times before you leave the house so you don't get a rod at work?
Or maybe you just...
Now you could tie that fucker down. There's all sorts of ways to hide a rod. If you have a good belt, you can keep it in place.
Yeah. Strap it down.
Strap it down. What do you think?
I don't know. Maybe just point at it and say, the Lord is making this rise. And back then they'll go, all right.
Oh, okay.
You're not creepy. You're not a creepy crossing guard. You're
Maybe the
good
companies
shepherd.
back then just hired a broad to suck off all the guys that had rods at work.
Gee.
Knowing how just...
Nice place to work.
Just knowing how insane our ancestors were, I wouldn't be surprised.
Did some strange things.
Just one broad in an office. Her whole job is to suck off the guys that come to work with rods. What do you think, Jimmy? Is that a possibility?
Well, sounds like a dream job for any gal.
Yes.
No, I don't think that's a very
guy.
feasible possibility.
I'm not talking in the 50s. I'm talking maybe like, let's go back to late 1600s. Why not? Why wouldn't that be something they would think of?
I don't know.
It's before cell phones, my friend.
They didn't have offices then.
Before they were able to vote.
What job did they all go to?
Yeah.
Well, the big, like, fucking...
Bring out your dead plague fucking collector.
Sure.
Yeah. Like my funny joke about the bubonic plague.
What is that, Jimmy?
Ring around the rosy.
Oh, right.
Pocket full of posy.
Ashes.
We all fall down. But I used to act it out.
Yes.
And then what happened?
I unfortunately wasn't killed. You got that right. I'm right there with you.
I fell asleep with Jimmy Norton last night.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
What were you doing?
I was watching your HBO special, which was on Comedy Central.
Was it the Monster Rain?
Yeah.
Oh, good. They're showing that?
Was
Nice.
Was it Monster Rain?
Yeah, because they had a whole... I know where you're going with this.
Yeah, oh, of course you do. It was great.
Oh, maybe I don't know.
Oh, it was fantastic. Yeah, so let me tell you, my girlfriend, she loves and when she took a and the kids were and I
Oh, really?
and we I'm like, what the
It's like,
fuck?
why bother?
What time, though? What time?
It was late. It was like after midnight.
They're beeping the shit out
They
of all you
beeped
guys.
to the shit out
I get
of
excited.
everything.
It happened with me with Louis C.K. I think it was Shameless, right? Is that his latest one?
I thought that because Lisa Lampanelli did one that was uncensored, or maybe it's only
fuck
weekends.
No, I got excited. I sat down, and just like Anthony's saying, Louis C.K. was doing a joke. I don't even know what he was doing because of the beeps. I have no fucking clue.
Yeah. You had like
I
one
was like,
that
why are
was
they even
3 beeps in a
bothering?
row. It was 3 beeps instead of one steady one.
I'd love to see what. I guarantee you they're beeping certain racial jokes, but I want to know what stuff do they beep, because I've heard it was uncensored too.
Jimmy, that's the problem. You don't know because there's so many
It
beeps.
was suck my cock and
Yeah, but maybe it was started at a certain time because they were they're supposedly allowing them to go through uncensored. Maybe if it starts before midnight, they have to beep it. I don't know.
No, Ant's right. I had the same experience with Louis
beep
C.K.
anything, but
I mean they choose to beep it.
And then I'm like, fuck, I got the DVD. Well, what it did, it forced me to get up and put the DVD in. So
yeah.
So what's
That's
the
all
hell?
you do.
Yeah, Louis
I was
still
just
got his
laughing
exposure.
anyway. I was just laughing at Jimmy.
I'm
anyway.
glad they're still showing it though.
With the beeps.
That was a good set. I was happy with that one.
Yeah, was very good.
Thank you.
So we're not going to go with the girl they hired to suck off the guys that come to work with boners?
No.
Thought there might be something there.
I don't even
know. It's
I don't
a
even
little
know
too
where
outrageous.
to go with that.
How would you advertise for that?
See, you're thinking too much in the now.
Yeah.
There was a time women didn't even get to vote. Of course they did crazy stuff like that. How else do you go to work with a fucking boner if you have a loincloth?
That's true. All those dirty balls.
Yeah, I know. You're sitting in the dirt and on tree stumps.
1600s balls.
Balls are just fucking hitting the tree in the dirt.
I bet they must have stunk after a
Termites.
shit.
Oh.
Dingle, 16th century fucking black plague balls.
Oh, you know they didn't have nice Scott tissue or anything.
No.
Just a rag that they carried with them. Washed it in the river if they came across one.
They'd wipe with a Saint Bernard. Or a giant Irish setter.
Any animal that crossed their path in the woods.
May I borrow your oxtail? And they'd run it between their fucking ass and balls like a towel.
You got to wonder how Fellatio survived all these years with the horrendous things that we were doing back then.
Well, we're in charge.
Now we keep it nice. We keep it nice and clean.
Yeah.
So you could see why, people are still into that. But there had to be a time where these fucking ancestors of ours were like, get the fuck out of here. Dip your shit into a lake for a while and come back and see me.
Put balls up there. Of course, Steve knows exactly where to find the balls. Couldn't find the name on planes, but we mentioned balls in Jesus Christ. More balls than you could shake a dick at.
You ever get the it's not an actual ball itch. I decided not to shower for 2 days because I was on vacation. So yesterday I'm in my apartment. And then I got the itch where the ball meets the rest of your leg, I guess.
Yeah.
In that area, that crevice.
You give it the pinch squeeze.
Oh, you get a nice itch going. You're like,
pinch squeeze.
But then I made the mistake of smelling.
Why would you smell?
I almost fell over. And then I went right to the shower.
You look like
I'm
that,
like, oh, that's why this is itching.
like that
There's
monkey
shit
on that
growing there
video
right now. Huh?
Like the monkey on the video that picks his ass and smells it and falls off the log. Is that you?
That's pretty much me. But it's a nice itch, right? Who's with me?
There are some very
It's
nice
a nice
itches,
itch. But then you realize if you continue itching, you're gonna break some skin, and then it's gonna be a whole nother thing happening.
Scratching your bag is fucking amazing.
Not the bag.
Any of it. The whole area.
Yeah. That whole area
Where the bag
is a great place to
attaches.
itch.
Where the bag attaches. Nice.
I like to scratch my dick by curling my hand into an almost fist, putting my dick in there, and pulling up and down really quickly.
It's like jerking off.
Yeah. Thank you, literal Jim.
Oh, Louis C.K., you're right. The word they beeped out a shitload was faggot.
Really?
Yep. You're right there, Anthony.
But do they
Rolling
beep it
Stones.
after midnight?
1 a.m., Saturday, uncensored. That's Matsui saying.
Okay. Who, me or Louis?
It's all the same game.
Yep.
They're playing, Jimmy, so here you go.
Yeah, they beeped you pretty good.
You know
pretty good.
Kyle S. from Indiana. Can you imagine eating an asshole 500 years ago?
Well, that's what I was saying.
Oh, my good
How did
God.
pussy eating survive?
That's what I said.
No, you said fellatio.
Or
which is
whatever, either
cleaner.
one.
A dick's on the outside, but a pussy as all. Well,
was
they
just
didn't
saying-
have like antibiotics back then.
I was just saying oral in general. How the fuck did that practice survive?
And they didn't
knowing
even have
the crazy shit that was going on.
They didn't even have like tampons or anything, so the period was just literally a rag.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You have to wash it with. You have to scoop up fucking that sewer water, that fucking river running down the middle of the street that everybody would.
Yeah.
You have to scoop up that fucking awful Calcutta water into her pussy.
Yeah, and
Clean it.
And it was all just putting oils and different things to make them try to smell better, and just horrid.
She'd watch her vagina with the heel of a cadaver foot that was sticking off a wagon.
But man, they got right in there. They didn't give a shit, right?
Dug in. Did they though? Was that a big thing back then?
You think they just
debauchery, or was that something that came about after fucking hygiene?
Maybe it made a comeback. Maybe it was gone for.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's a new thing. What year would have started the oral sex phenomenon?
88.
I say back in the Roaring 20s.
That's when that shit
That's
started?
when I think a lot of oral started. I think back in the Old West, you got some of those whores up above the saloon to suck a dick or two. But I think real oral.
But the average couple
where
in the Old West.
guy, is going down.
Yeah.
Like, look at that vintage porn. Look at these messes. Look at this guy. That's hot. It's a Mary Pickford getting a big, thick one up the pussy.
That guy is a big 1918 fucking mule.
Were these done on those stereoscopes where you look and you could see two pictures at once so it looks 3D? Yes. Here's a lovely couple going at it. Notice all the hair. You can barely see the man's penis. And look at her. She's got her legs spread apart. And
Fucking guy's got hair growing all the way up the shaft.
Oh, yeah.
And notice the couches they're having sex on.
Yeah.
You never see people fucking on those couches. They're awful.
They're little, love seat grandma couches.
They're the antique couches.
Give us another
for status,
vintage
but they're
porn picture.
uncomfortable as shit.
That was someone's house.
Yeah.
Show some box eating.
What is that?
Oh, my
Look at that guy. Looks like the guy that lifts the weights in the circus.
Yeah.
And he's fucking a paper boy, it looked like.
What a blowjob.
Yeah, let's see what's going on there.
Oh,
there it is.
Oh, my God.
What's
Look at
happening
monkey's
with
ass?
What's happening with her ass?
Oh, my. What the fuck?
His straw hat is...
That's the great part. And his fucking balls are so weird looking.
Yeah.
I'm not even looking at it. I'm looking at her fucking asshole.
She has like
She's
the worst
bent over,
hemorrhoid or something.
pretty much on
poking
all
out.
fours, giving the guy some head. And what the...
The
Does she have
chairs weren't-
hemorrhoids?
Yeah, the chairs
Or-
didn't have cushions on them back then. It was all flat wood chairs.
Is that a duty sticking out or a hemorrhoid? That's
it
your
can't be a
only.
duty.
That's your only possibilities.
Oh, God, that's
What is that,
disgusting.
really?
It's got to be a big fat roid.
Yeah.
That woman's got a big fat roid.
Yeah.
And look at him. He's just sitting there, half a rod.
All right, give us some more.
Yeah, a little more vintage porn.
What year do you think this is, Ant? Turn of the
looks
century?
like the roaring 20s or something.
Yeah.
1930?
1930.
From antique sets
1850.
from 1850. What did
Let's get the
cameras
1850s.
invented?
Well, when you...
Oh, God, look at this one. What the fuck is that?
She looks retarded.
Oh.
So does that guy's dick.
It's the unsinkable Molly Brown sucking on a fucking cock. Holy shit. Her tit is hanging out so awkwardly. And then she's just kind of holding the dick up very lacklusterly with 2 fingers.
Yeah.
She sucks.
She's horrible.
When did bosoms get firmness to them?
Firm?
Because that had to be a
there
young
go the
broad.
curtains. Close the curtains, people.
God forbid that anyone sees 1850s porn around here.
No one walking around the building.
Stop
but
wrecking radio. No one gives a shit if they walk by and
God
see us looking
forbid.
at dumb old porn
All
pictures.
right, let's see another one. Let's see.
Go with the Mountie hats.
Oh, wow. What's going on
Jesus,
there?
look at fucking Dick McGillicuddy. Wow, that guy's sticking a chick from across the room and he's kissing the neck gingerly of another one.
Dude,
really
he's got to be 2 feet away from her.
How old's that girl? 9? Jesus Christ.
She got some bush on her, though.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, she does look like Darla Hood from The Little Rascals. But
back up.
he's fucking her from a distance.
Yeah. Go to the Mountie hats.
Oh, God. She's pulling up her skirt and has a giant triangle of hair.
Dude.
And then I can't even tell what's happening.
Can you imagine, for real, how much of a turn-on this would be if you were living back then? Now we're like spoiled with all the porn all over the fucking place.
Where would you
You
get
know how
these?
hard this was to find, probably?
Oh, man. You'd be jacking like crazy in your log cabin. Fucking just filling in the little holes where the wind comes in with your own jizz in the log cabin. Caulking your windows.
As soon as you open this, you'd squeeze your dick once and go, "Argh!"
The Mountie porn.
Any other... what website is this, by the way?
Foundry Music.
Yeah, exactly.
No, not exactly. I don't even like joking about that shit. Why did we fire Danny?
VintageFetish.net.
Vintage fetish.
Fetish.net.
Show me that motherfucking cocksucking top center.
Yeah, where's that one? Right there.
Yeah, there's an old guy standing up.
This bitch.
They don't suck. What a dumb face she has.
Yeah, she got a big, dumb fucking chin. She looks like Sergeant Slaughter.
Yeah, who's the actor who was in The Life of Riley? That's who she looks like. So he played Babe Ruth, too?
Yeah, that guy.
Who is that?
I can't remember his name.
She has a stupid vagina, fat legs.
Her vagina is horrible.
And he's arching his Travis body. She looks so stupid. She doesn't know what to do with the dick.
No, she has no idea.
Not liking the
She's
dick.
smiling with the head of the guy's dick like barely touching her
Yeah,
lips.
he looks like Matthew Broderick.
Kind of does.
He almost looks like Jimmy Fallon a little.
Yes,
too.
he does. Yes, he does.
Oral sex began in the Kama Sutra, 400 BC.
Oh, we're not talking about those people. We're talking about here in America.
Right.
There we go. She's horrible, too.
And someone wants to know if you watched this when it was new.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah,
I was
'cause
taking
you're
a lot
old.
of these pictures.
Works in ER, has good scrotum story. You want that?
Yes.
Why not?
All right.
I love a good scrotum story.
All right. And then someone's saying the Roman Empire fell because of toxic shock syndrome.
Stop it.
Let's say hi to Sarah, New Hampshire.
Hello, Sarah.
Good evening.
Sarah.
Hello.
Hi.
Good morning. Yeah, I work in an ER, and we had a guy who came in the other night who had a varicose vein go in his scrotum, and he came in with a chip clip on it to keep it from bleeding.
Ow.
Yeah.
Ow. Ow.
Yeah, ow. And
Wait, you
the
can
doctor,
get varicose veins in your penis?
in your scrotum.
In
yeah,
your scrotum?
I suppose you can get them in your penis too, but
Oh, God.
And then what do you have to do?
use a chip clip apparently to stop the bleeding. But how do you not get them?
Yeah.
Don't let the boys hang too much. I mean,
Yeah.
don't put a lot of pressure on them.
That's why I wear a
cup?
No. Oh, yeah, all the time. I wear a cup. I fucking duct tape my balls up straight up to
Well,
my
and you're
belly.
also not fat.
No, oh, God, that's... What? Jesus
All
Christ,
right.
Steve. Could you put enough cock pictures up on that? My God.
All right.
He has them handy.
Looking at penis anomalies up there.
Thank you, Sarah.
Oh, chip clip on your nutsack.
Sarah Smile, everyone. Hey, you want to do the Michael Jackson? You want to take a break? What do you want to do? What do you want to do? What do you want to do?
Yeah, Michael Jackson, definitely.
All right, let's get this out of the way. So Michael Jackson in 1996 talking to lawyers. Michael says he's proud to be black.
Do you know what these documents are?
Yeah.
What is this?
Crazy stories that people have created. Things I wanted to set straight in an interview.
Do you know with whom this interview was?
I think it could have been Diane Sawyer, whatever the interview was that I wanted to do. I wanted to set the record straight, that if people hear a lie long enough, people believe it, that people have lied on me. I'm a black American and I'm proud of it, and I'm honored of it. The bleached skin rumor, which is a rumor, I don't bleach my skin. They once said I wanted a white kid to play me as a child, which was a rumor.
A rumor. He's a proud black man. That's why he had every black feature on his body taken off.
He looks like a fucking puppet.
Yeah, he does look like a marionette. He took every black feature off of his body. If he's so proud of his African heritage, why did he take off his traditional African nose? His lips. He does not look like the young. And if it's vitiligo that turned him white, whatever, so be it. It isn't just his skin color. He's not a white black guy. He changed his face. He cut off his nose, for fuck's sake.
And he probably only had a few spots of that
despite
disease,
his face.
Right?
Yeah, vitiligo, I think, is you wind up looking like a leopard or something.
Yeah, he would have had some blackness still on him.
Yeah.
Hey, we missed the obvious joke with that old school porn. Jimmy was
Oh,
like,
no.
look at that guy. He's so far away, and he's still having sex with her or whatever. Scott from Hopog writes, he's so far away because her vag stinks.
Ah, he had to. Men needed longer schlongs back then to stay far away from the stench.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's, see, okay, what is that, his neck?
Yeah, that's his neck.
Can we open up the fucking...
Does he have vitiligo there?
Drapes,
Yeah,
please?
Somebody out there open the drapes.
You feel claustrophobic. We have to close the drapes to look at some dumb old porn shots.
Are they drapes or curtains?
Curtains.
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 I don't know.
Curtains.
Jim Norton.
Curtains for you, Sam.
But they're heavy. If they're heavy, are they still curtains or drapes?
They might be drapes, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We work for a radio company, right?
Window treatments.
You forget sometimes with all the conservative shit we have to deal with.
It's drapes for you, see?
That doesn't work.
Yeah, treatments for you.
No.
Michael says Jesus also hung out with kids.
Untrue. I can't make out this part there.
It is illegible in portions, that's true.
And Jesus said to love the children and be like children. Be youthful and be innocent and be pure and honorable. He was talking to his apostles, and they were fighting over who's the greatest among themselves. And he said, whoever humbled yourself like this child is the greatest among me. And he always surrounded himself with children. And that's how I was raised, to believe and to be like that and to imitate that. So I don't know what you're trying to make out of this.
Holy
yes, you
shit.
do know.
What? Yeah, I don't know what you're trying to. Yeah.
Sorry, our fault.
Sorry,
our
when,
mistake. I'm sorry.
And you pay $15 million to
we're
keep
crazy.
some kid quiet.
You're right. We're crazy.
Yeah.
By the way,
wow.
Have you ever hung out with children?
No, they're
after an hour,
despicable.
after an hour, it sucks.
Horrible.
And I love children, but after an hour, it fucking sucks. So why is he hanging out with children longer than that? Unless there's something else going on.
He's like Jesus.
For real, for the people out there, they know. Children suck hanging out with after an hour or two.
Yeah.
They tire you out. You don't want to run around with them anymore. So why is he putting himself in that situation time and time again?
For sexual gratification.
Well, that's what some people say. Bob in Alabama. Bob.
Good evening.
Good evening.
If you guys bring up the villain on that old Chitty Chitty Bang Bang movie, the guy that kidnaps the kids, he looks a lot like Michael Jackson. Francus.
Oh, please find that.
And a Francus.
We could have
a Francus.
We could have a big laugh coming. Please find that. I vaguely remember what that dude looked like.
Yeah.
I need a visual.
Yeah, need that.
Oh, by the way, the Michael Jackson tribute tickets on eBay, there's some going for $600,000.
Stop.
Or they're asking for $600,000.
Just stop.
Try to go.
That can't be.
Kinda. Not a big laugh.
I'm not getting the resemblance.
No. Oh, well. I was hoping for a big laugh. A big laugh. Hey, yeah, when we get back, teacher hands out video to elementary school class. Have you heard?
Oh, Jesus, what happened?
You heard about this one?
No.
All right.
No good could come of it, though. I know that.
Oh, it could be the best story of the day.
I'm sure it was not the appropriate video.
Mm-hmm. And in honor of Danny not being with the show anymore, we're going to play his last How Much bit that he did, which is very, very funny.
Oh, yeah.
Very funny. We'll go to break with this. Opie and Anthony.
Have you ever wondered how many toenails it would take to fill up a jelly jar? How much earwax would it take to fill a spackle bucket? Well, wonder no more, friends. Join me on my journey of knowledge and discovery to find answers to some of the awe-inspiring questions man has pondered since the dawn of time. Today's episode, Foreskin Bonanza. Did you know the average human foreskin measures a rubbery 2.3 centimeters long? Laid end to end, it would take 4,007,507,961 foreskins to circle the equator. If we measured height using foreskins, Shaq would be 94 foreskins tall, or 18 black ones. Mankind has patiently waited for the day when science would allow us to measure time in foreskins. That day has come. With 69,971 foreskins per mile and the average IndyCar hitting speeds of up to 214 miles per hour, that equals a speed of 14,973,794 foreskins per hour, or FPH. P.U. I wonder what a burnout would smell like. Stay tuned for another edition of How Much?
Opie and Anthony on your radio dial. So Joey Chestnut wins third straight Nathan's hot dog eating contest. We saw the plate of 68 hot dogs in front of him on one of the morning shows.
Disgusting.
They were trying to get him to eat some hot dogs this morning on the news shows. He ain't doing that. He said he started feeling better, I think, yesterday and saw a little fireworks here in New York City. He's been holed up in his hotel room just shitting his brains out.
Like a monster.
I think we talked to him last year after he won. It was either the last year or the year before.
Yep.
He says it's a nightmare the next day.
Yeah. And they're trying to make him eat hot dogs. It's like, no.
What would you do? That's the one thing I want to ask Pat from Munaki, because he knows all about the sport. For real.
Sport.
Well, they call it a sport now.
I know.
Right? They train.
It's funny.
Are you just like downing laxatives so that shit comes out all liquid? Because that's got to do some damage coming out. 68 hot dogs? Half of them.
You're not really digesting them.
I was going to say, half of them aren't even half fucking chewed.
Yeah. Ugh.
That's going to be a nightmare.
Just like you think you're poking a fucking little bit of shit out there, and it's just an end of a hot dog.
Just plumping out.
You can't even cut it off. You can't even do the old cut.
The pinch?
The pinch cut. No one likes having to do the pinch cut.
The pinch is very dangerous.
Makes a mess.
Yeah. You ever squat on a beach or in the woods?
I've had to do that. Yeah.
No cleanup necessary.
Why is
Because your
that?
asshole's wide open. I was trying to explain this to my girl.
What?
And a bunch of other people that thought I was a fucking creep.
So you think maybe a toilet should be more like a hole in the floor that you just squat over?
You would, yeah. Cleanup would be nothing.
Because
when you like
think, yeah,
I had to do it at a beach near the shore, and you go like this.
You're in a cat box. Ew.
You're wide open, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. None of that shit's hitting the sides. That's why you have to clean up. That's coming out nice, unless you're Jimmy
Right.
and you got to like clean out the inside of your asshole.
I get in, my asshole's immaculate.
Something I still don't understand to this day, but you know,
Dude, how can you not?
Yourself. Oh, there are.
I don't wanna
believe
poke-
that's where is that? China.
That's China.
What?
They do that. They squat over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But am I right or wrong? I
Am
mean,
I
you don't
wrong?
like duty talk, but it makes cleanup a lot easier, right?
I've never. I don't really remember.
Because I think some of the inside of the a-hole is now kind of
you're pink
open.
socking a little.
You're pink socking a little bit because you're wide, you know. And then when you stand back up, all that goes kind of back in you, and there's no cleanup.
Ew. Those bathrooms look disgusting.
That's
you just squat. Look, it's got little ridges where you put your little Asian feet.
I bet you a million people that have gone to these Asian countries and see the toilet literally in the ground still try to sit on it.
Oh, God, you're just sitting on the floor?
Right.
There's no space between where you would sit and the water, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's right there.
You got to get some freaking splash. Some splash when your duty
if
hits
you're...
from 2 feet above.
Yeah.
How can you relax and enjoy the paper?
No, you can't.
You can't even take a nice, fun dump in Asia.
Or enjoy a nice Sudoku puzzle. Anybody want to do some Sudoku today?
No.
I'm the Sudoku champ.
Someone's talking about how they're just back from Beijing, and that's like what they noticed. That's what they noticed. The toilets are on the ground.
They don't have handrails, right? Because if you got the toilet completely in the ground, you gotta have something to hold on when you're squatting down. Don't you think?
I don't know. That seems uncomfortable, though.
What?
I like a little support when you're doing that. Like that's why I don't like the woods. You just kind of
No, you put your hands on your knees.
Yeah, I know,
Makes
but it
nice,
doesn't.
Everything's braced up nice.
You're still like a little back heavy.
You lean forward a little bit,
So
slightly. Slightly forward.
That's what I mean. You're not sitting. You're not a steady base. That's what I'm saying. Easy takedown.
The best, and then we can move on. The tall toilets.
Oh, the tall boy, yeah.
The tall boy rocks. Yeah. You got a tall one, Jimmy?
You're up there, you could swing your feet like a little kid in a chair. You're like Edith Ann on the big chair.
I hate the tall toilets. I always get them if I stay in a hotel and they give me a handicapped room.
Yep. Handicapped
I don't like that because my little tootsies, I can't get proper leverage, so my legs will stick straight out. I like
a Chucky doll.
I like to have
taking a dump.
I like to have good firm because my calves are my strong suit, as is common knowledge.
Yes,
and I like to have a good firm calf push. I really have to get into it. It's like throwing a good punch. You got to use your legs.
You need to like push with your legs.
Those big toilets are horrible. I'll plink what looks like a pebble into the toilet and then walk around the rest of the day feeling blocked and uncomfortable. It's a nightmare.
Is that supposed to be the position?
Yeah, that's
the best position to take a dump?
Squatted position is how people take dumps in China.
But his ass is sitting on the ground.
Yeah, it's just about rubbing.
I guess he's supposed to be over one of those toilets.
Oh, okay. So then you don't get the splash. Us dumb Americans, we would do it from 2 feet above.
Have crap on our heels. Ew. Disgusting.
Pat from Munaki writing, line's busy, call me back. Yeah, this is what everyone wants to talk about. Look at the phones. Ridiculous. All the other cool stuff we talked about, nothing. Shitting stories, here we go, once again.
And we're off.
Chris, Fort Lauderdale.
Hey, what's going on, O&A?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, well, listen, when I was stationed out in, where was that, Kuwait, going over there to that toilet it was worse than anything I've ever seen in my life. It was disgusting. It's a hole in the floor, and they got like a communal rag that you can wipe your ass with once you're done.
No, come on. For real?
I was in the like the downtown gold market area. It almost looked like Mogadishu, something out of like Black Hawk Down. It was ridiculous.
Right.
And you go to the bathroom, and there's no toilet bowl. It's just a hole in the ground with like a little water thing you could shoot up your ass. It was disgusting.
Yeah, look at that. There's a sink, a bucket, and just a shithole in the floor.
What's the bucket for?
Yeah.
Maybe
clean up.
To sponge up. Did you guys hear that? Thank you, sir.
No problem. Have a good one.
This is how much the Jackson family sucks. So everyone has tickets to see Michael Jackson over there in London or wherever the fuck, right? 50 shows. You know that there's a strong rumor, I don't know if it's official yet, that his brothers are going to do the concerts?
Oh, yeah.
Who the fuck wants to see them? Who wants to see the fat older brothers, out of shape, old, doing Michael Jackson's concert?
They will sell out.
Because they want the fucking money.
Now there's a curiosity as to what they'll say.
But they want the fucking money. Why wouldn't they do a different tour than that particular one?
Yeah.
They don't want to lose all that money that they were able to collect.
With the Jackson 5, was Janet in the Jackson 5?
No.
So maybe they'll do it with Janet in it.
I heard that rumor.
I just actually thought of that. So that's my rumor.
Some of these.
You started it?
No, I just said it. So you couldn't have heard it before. I just thought of it.
I heard it on 1010 Wins.
Oh, what is John Montone?
Some of these brothers.
Another thin nose.
Some of these brothers are in their 60s, I think.
No way, really?
Close to it.
I think so. I mean, Michael Jackson was the youngin.
Yeah, damn.
Let's go to Pat
That's right,
from
he was the young one.
Munaki.
Hey,
Pat.
guys.
Hey, Pat. Hi, cheery on the outside, dead inside.
Pat, you got to give up.
Be dead on the outside.
You got to give up on the hot dog eating contest thing because now you got Joey Chestnut doing 68 hot dogs. What's your best?
I just did 32 in my qualifier, except my old nemesis Badlands Booker did 40.
Let me tell you something.
man.
32 hot dogs should win the contest every year. 68 is ridiculous.
2001, 25 won it.
2001?
25 won it, so you beat out the 2001 winner.
Yeah.
But, I guess they stepped it up like every other
Well,
sport.
when Kobayashi showed up, he did 50.
Well, we all know how uncomfortable it could be after like a good Thanksgiving Day dinner. I can't imagine what you guys go through the next day after eating all those hot dogs. Walk us through it, Pat. What happens?
Well, I'll wallow you through it. You just pretty much right after the contest, I try and make it home. It's kind of like driving drunk. You're driving fat.
What, are you woozy?
No, because your body already wants to push out shit, is what he's saying.
Yeah,
right?
well, like the eggnog contest is even worse than the hot dog contest because it pushes right through your colon.
Oh, yeah.
I was shitting on the way home.
Not a good enough seal back there?
No, yeah, not enough blockage
Oh.
to sort of plug it up. At least with hot dogs, it's somewhat solid.
Dude, there are times Kenny picks me up in the morning. I'm like, Kenny, I don't think I'm going to make it to work before my first shit. And I'm not eating 68 hot dogs. And I'm extremely uncomfortable. And sometimes I run back upstairs.
Well, actually...
Really?
Yes, sometimes. Not every day.
What do you...
You fast a couple days
Opie, he's
before the
misreading the
contest.
labels. He thought X-Lax meant dark chocolate. It's like, these are delicious.
I love them.
You fast a couple days before the contest, so it kind of has room to expand inside you.
Oh, I see.
Because you've cleared out beforehand.
So are you guys taking laxatives, too, just because you don't want to deal with all that coming out of you?
No, I explained to Anthony on his little side project there that before the contest, I give myself a little squirt, kind of like a little homemade enema.
Yeah.
Before the contest.
Why?
It kind of creates room for food coming in.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, he gives himself a little ass douche.
I'm surprised that some of these guys aren't shitting as they're in the contest.
That'd be something. Just
I bet
wear
you
a
that
diaper,
has happened.
Wear a diaper and shit
Well,
yourself.
it's not exactly a pants check during the contest, so
Yeah.
I'm sure somebody has.
I would imagine someone has. For real.
And I think maybe after that many hot dogs, when he gets back to the hotel, he might have took some pressure off out the other way.
Puking.
Yeah.
Put their
Sometimes, like,
fingers
when you're
down the throat.
drinking and stuff, you feel better after you puke.
Yeah, certainly do.
Yeah, imagine puking up that much food. That's got to hurt like a motherfucker. Oh, my God.
Well, I think at that point, it's easy at that point. You just open your mouth, and sort of like the baby bird. Just open your mouth, and it just comes flying out.
Oh, God. Yeah.
We're getting the ages of the Jacksons. Who wants to see Jermaine, 55, Tito, 56, Randy, 48, Marion, 51. Marlon. Oh, Marlon, of course, Marlon. And then Janet, 43.
Not Janet, but did any of the other Jacksons have a solo hit?
Jermaine
did.
With what?
Dynamite, I think it was called. Hold on. I have to look it up.
Dynamite.
Yeah.
Dynamite.
Mm-hmm.
Pat, continue.
So, so it's just 10 minutes of eating. It's a lot of eating in 10 minutes, but you recover. You just spend like the next day digesting. That's your main job in life at that point.
Pat, he ate 68 hot dogs, okay? Now, the quick math is 6.8 per minute.
Yeah.
That's impossible. You can't. So he obviously isn't even chewing these things. Is he swallowing them?
Shoving them down like a cocksucker.
If you look at it, Joey's mouth, he's kind of got like the jaws of a Rottweiler or a pit bull.
Okay.
He's got a wide jaw, and it goes down quick. There's Steve saw a video of him doing 64 in a practice run.
But how many days in advance do you?
Down his throat.
What do you mean? He practiced an 864 on his own?
Yeah, how far in advance do you do that?
He does a cycle of not eating for a few days and then going for a record, and then not eating for a few days, going for a record.
But
and up until the contest. He probably starts a couple months before the contest.
And he won't eat for a couple days in advance before?
That's not good.
Yeah,
that can't be good for your body.
But first he'll stretch,
All right.
Stretch out his stomach with water.
Yeah.
Can I say it again? 6.8 hot dogs per minute for 10 straight minutes. Think about that.
That's insanity.
Think about it right now. It's like, okay, I got to get 6.8, and you just get it in. You get the 6.8 done, and now the next minute starts, and you got to. That's crazy.
Well, he does like 12 in the first minute.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. If you look at the contest, you look at the numbers in the first minute. Actually, I think he's done like 15. Him and Kobayashi, they do like 15. I did like 7 in the first minute. And then you slowly slow down.
That's amazing.
If I kept up a 7 pace,
yeah,
have 70, I'd be winning.
Who came in second place and how many?
Kobayashi, and he had, I believe, 64.
Oh fuck, he was right there, huh?
Yeah.
Was that the most he's ever done?
Yeah, that's his personal record too.
Jeez.
How many shortened the contest? So people wouldn't explode, but now they're doing even more.
So they wouldn't explode.
Wait a minute. So these guys are eating more hot dogs now, even though the contest is shorter.
In less time?
Yeah, it's 2 less minutes.
What the
how
fuck
is that
going
possible?
on?
They're learning how to train probably better. The training's better.
What's training?
Well,
Did you
expanding
notice-
his stomach and stuff.
I had a question.
It's drinking water for capacity, and then just learning how to swallow quicker.
Hey, Pat, I had a question. Now, when he won this 4th of July there, did he go in fast at the beginning, slow down, and then maybe come back at the end? Like, what was his strategy?
Pretty much the strategy is to eat as much as you can in the beginning. So
Yeah.
that way, if you have to coast towards the end, you do. But
Okay.
pretty much when you're doing 68 hot dogs, he's sprinting all the way through.
That's crazy.
I
But
can't
it's
even wrap my
natural that
mind
you do
around this.
More in the first minute than you do in the last minute.
Dude, I was at a nice July 4th barbecue. I went hamburger,
Yeah.
chicken sausage,
Ooh.
hamburger, full.
Packed. Yep.
Had a little side shit in there, little chips and dip and all that crap. I was packed. Amazing.
Who is Rebe Jackson?
She's the oldest of the Jackson.
The oldest?
Of the Jackson
Was that the little robot? Rebe.
Oh, Jesus.
Uh-oh, what's wrong with Rebe? What's wrong with Rebe that we haven't seen Rebe?
Yeah, why is...
She had one hit in 1984, and I remember seeing the video for it called Centipede.
She didn't have a hit.
Was it about a video game?
Let me hear Centipede.
What's that?
Hold on, Pat. You know how we multitask.
Yeah,
Hold on a minute.
It's not all about you, Pat.
We'll get back
Eric's
to you and
getting
your
it.
dumb hot dog eating in a
Rebe
second.
have VD?
All right, here's Centipede by Rebe Jackson.
Almost.
It's great. It's almost like you're watching Electric Boogaloo.
White lines.
It's great. I want to put on like a really bad fedora and pop lock in like lime green cargo pants.
This was not a hit.
This was not a hit.
Terrible.
I don't remember hearing this ever.
Yeah. What was it up against? The sounds of vomiting?
I don't remember this. Anyone remember this for real?
Oh, the video's horrendous.
Oh, really
She has
bad.
like electric bolts, like lightning shooting out of her hands.
It's bad fake lightning.
Yeah.
And she's trying to be all sexy.
She's not. She's wearing Michael's dress.
That was a cobra shooting electric out of its face.
It's the year after he put out Thriller.
Yeah, she's doing this dribble.
She belts out Centipede.
The whole family got a shot after that Thriller album. You know what I mean?
It was a hit by accident. They just heard Jackson and they voted for it.
Yeah.
Oh, this one? Oh.
Dude.
Now there's a tiger walking down a hallway for no reason.
Oh.
What is this?
This is a perfect video for that literal interpretation shit we were doing a couple weeks ago.
Definitely.
All right, enough of Centipede. Never heard of it.
It's a good song.
That off.
Which makes Brooke Hogan seem entertaining.
And, well, give me a hit by Jermaine Jackson. What was it called?
Dynamite.
Can we hear Dynamite?
Is that the song that goes, Let's Get Serious?
No, that song is Let's Get Serious.
Yes. This is Devo.
This doesn't sound
familiar at all.
Familiar either.
Dynamite, Jermaine Jackson.
Boy, Michael was the one with the vocal talent there, huh?
Dude, I'm thinking, though, how could the talent in one family fall off so drastically from the one guy?
Yeah.
You would think some of these guys would have something.
Nothing.
The Jacksons always try to be tough in their videos. Like he's wearing an orange tank top and he's running around with tufts.
He's in prison.
Yeah.
This was not a hit either. For real.
Why is he trying to be tough? They're not a tough family.
No, they're not.
Otherwise, one of them would have beat up the dad. Jesus Christ.
A tough guy.
A punching bag 5. These fucking kids actually had sand in their feet, so they'd bounce back up. They never threw a punch back in their lives.
Dynamite.
He's wearing an orange, tank top, pants outfit with blue stripes on it. It's like he's in gay jail. It's awful.
It is. All the inmates have now come out in various striped clothing of gay color.
Yeah.
Look, this was not a hit. What was Jermaine Jackson's hit? This might have been some weird follow-up hit that did okay, but what was his big song?
What year was that, by the way?
There was a song called Let's Get Serious.
Let's Get Serious, you think?
Yeah, but I don't remember that one.
Someone's yelling, Tell Me I'm Not Dreaming was one.
I've never heard these.
And Do What You Do. What was the big hit?
Just Google Jermaine Jackson's big hit.
Right. There's not going to be a million
there
of
you
them.
go.
He just Googled the word hit.
Oh, I didn't.
I know. Okay.
And then we got to get back to our shit stories.
Well, that ties in perfectly with our shit stories. That was auditory shit.
What song is this? Let's Get Serious. Okay.
Let's Get Serious. I don't know this.
This wasn't a hit either.
Well, you probably didn't run in the same circles, Ant, as the people that enjoy this song.
Well, yeah, true.
Yeah, you were listening to Thin Lizzy in a fucking alley somewhere with 5 other burnouts passing a joint.
And a bottle of Jack.
Wow.
Yeah.
You do know me.
Yeah.
Just because it was Tuesday.
Yeah. 5 white trash dickheads in army jackets.
Yes.
Fucking awful mustaches.
Yes. That was us.
Smoking Marlboro Red and a Winston. The guy who thought he was really salt of the earth would smoke a Winston.
Yep. Hated Winston.
All right, look, this isn't the hit either.
No,
Tell
this
Me I'm
sucks.
Not Dreaming was the duet with Michael.
Let's hear that.
Oh, okay. See, had to
Well,
get Michael
had to
in
get Michael in.
Yeah, of course he did. And
Not
what year
in
was
there.
it?
We don't even have it in the system. How are we going to play it during the fucking tribute thing that SiriusXM is doing for Michael?
Yeah, we want to do a tribute.
Yeah, we're tributing.
Tributing.
Oh, boy.
We're tributing.
There's no way to back out when you put the emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Yeah, I know.
We're tributing. No.
Oh, this guy. Pat, you done? No, I'm going to hold on to you. I like you, Pat. Hold on there. We got Pat from Staten Island. Pat. Hey, buddy.
Good evening.
Hi, Pat.
Good evening.
I drive a bus for New York City Transit.
You drive a bus.
And you get to
Mr. Marshall.
You get to the end of the line. There's nowhere to shit, so you just hang your ass out the back door. You know, you hit that yellow tape, and before the Metro card, we could use those. Remember the old-fashioned paper transfers? You put 5 to a finger, 1 to a finger.
No way.
I swear to God.
No way, no how.
I left the gingerbread trail all over Staten Island.
Don't explain the smell.
I like this guy.
Everyone thought it was the fucking dump. It's this guy.
That's this guy.
Hey, listen, I got one more for you. I was doing express bus to Manhattan, and all of a sudden it smelled like somebody just ripped a wicked fart, but it wasn't going away. It was lingering longer. And all of a sudden, here comes a guy with a briefcase and a nice suit walking up the center aisle, and I let him off on the BQE because he shit his pants.
Jesus.
That's a true story.
He was scared.
He was, frightened.
Your driving must have been very erratic.
Yeah. Thank you,
I
Pat.
got a million of them.
Cool.
All right, thanks. A million shit the pants stories.
Yeah, save them because we don't want all of them
Yes.
at once, you know. Could someone explain why one of these screens has to go black every 5 minutes?
You mean the TV news? It's the Michael Jackson.
No.
Oh.
No, it's the monitor he's talking about.
It's kind of a hindrance to the fucking radio show.
I got a million shit stories. That's actually on his dating profile on Match.com. I have a Class D license and a million shit stories.
There's someone out there for everybody.
Line up, gals, and I always have change. Wink.
You guys want to go with
come back?
A fun shitting story in Honduras or technique of dumps without wiping?
Well, I have to go with the technique of dumps without wiping.
Educational.
Yes, it could help us all.
Is there anything better when you take a really nice one and then you go for that wipe and there's nothing?
Nothing there.
You feel like you won the fucking lottery.
Squeaky clean.
God damn, is that a good feeling?
Yep, then you realize you're just pissed.
Joe, Queens.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Dumps without wiping. If you have a normal dump, 90% you won't have to wipe at all. If you have kind of a messy dump, it's just reduced wiping. Everybody's normal instinct is to lean forward like you're reading a newspaper, but instead you got to do the opposite. You got to lean back. You could put your hands behind your head like you're stretching out, and the shit just comes out real smooth. Next thing you know, you wipe, and there's nothing there.
That could be the worst thing I've ever heard.
I'm trying to imagine. No.
Your back's against the cold fucking septic tank?
No, you're not supposed. You're supposed to lean back a little bit, right?
I'm not
feeling
that. Feels like
you
you're
lean back, and then you could put your hands on your knees like you're sitting all like proper, like the ladies do.
It feels like if you lean back, your butt cheeks will clench more.
No, all you have to do, an adjustment to what he's saying, just get a nice posture going. Get that back straight up in the air, and you're going to have a nice dump. Right, Joe?
Opie, yes, absolutely, Opie. You're right on it.
Me and you,
Jimmy.
Me and you, a coffee table book. What do you say?
I'm in. What do you say? I love it.
How many pages do we need? 10 pages, and then we make a fortune.
10 pages. We could do kind of like a picture book where, you know, you can sit
picture
there.
book, a couple of illustrations.
Pop-up book.
Pop-up book.
It shows you sitting perfectly
and a pop-up
straight up
of your duty.
Perfect posture as you dump.
Yeah. You had something for Jimmy, too, Joe. I'm sorry.
Oh, Jimmy?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I was wrecking his bit. Was that it?
See, it was Jimmy.
Sorry, Joe. All right. Shit himself on a date or had fun shitting in Honduras in the military?
I like the date shitting.
Really?
Yeah, it's
all right.
Inappropriate, embarrassing.
You ever make cumsies on a date?
Well, that's usually the goal.
Exactly. It's not a date if I don't make cumsies. It's a family outing.
Without touching?
Oh, no. That's
me either.
Oh, really?
Just wondering. Tom, Chicago, from the Windy
Good
City.
evening.
How are those fucking Cubs doing?
They're doing okay.
What about the White Sox? I don't even know.
Fuck the White Sox.
Oh, see? I like this kid.
You can't support both teams.
Well, yeah, why don't you tell that to
Mets,
a few
Yankees.
New Yorkers?
Mets, Yankees.
You got some of these guys, they fucking support both teams.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Tom.
All right, so I was in high school, and I met this chick at a bowling alley, so we went out like 2 weeks later and went out on a date, and I was at Steak and Shake. And I thought I had a fart, and it was one of those farts where you didn't think it was going to be anything, so you kind of do your little test part where you lift up the cheek and let one go, and you don't smell anything, you don't hear anything. So I continued to let it go, and it was fart, shit. And it was pure liquid.
Oh.
So there I am sitting there, and like I'm trying not to be a dick and just get up in the middle of a conversation. So I'm just kind of smiling politely and waiting while I'm like levitating on the bench.
Ugh.
And then I ended up having to go into the bathroom and waddle into the bathroom. But there was a steady stream of people coming in and out, so I couldn't just walk out and throw away my boxers. So I just threw them in the corner of the bathroom and waited for them to have to come clean it up later.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, a liquidy one. You can't even like clean up.
You got
No, it took me two things of toilet paper to clean it all up.
You got the squishies.
Yeah.
All right. Thank
Jesus,
you, Tom.
Steve.
Now,
Which is not necessary.
Leaning back puts pressure on certain nerve, aiding in the shitting. Paul Bear shit himself before military funeral or had fun shitting in Honduras in the military.
That's very disrespectful, the shitting himself before the funeral.
Yes, of course.
So let's go to that one.
He was very distraught, obviously.
Yes.
The fuck? This can't be true. Paul, Jersey.
How's it going, guys?
Hey there, Paul.
Hey, it wasn't me that shit myself. It was one of my my other comrades. We were doing a 10-man funeral for a retired lieutenant colonel. We were going down the turnpike to exit 2, and the guy couldn't hold it. He tried to plug his butt with his own fingers. Needless to say, it was a success when he shit himself all down his pants. We wore really tight pants also, so we had to do the funeral with 5 guys instead of 6.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it wasn't fun.
See, this is actually right now, Steve is showing us a chart of a guy sitting on the toilet with his knees up by his chest because he has his feet on a little thing. That's how I shit. I have one of those at home.
You have a little shit stool?
Yes, I do. Because that's the way you're supposed to shit. Don't listen to the other guy with the fucking... You're supposed to sit with perfect posture on your feet. No, you're not. That's the way you're supposed to shit.
Like you're sipping soup at a table.
Yes.
Wonderful.
No, dude, when I got a tough one, I lean back and it eases out.
No, the way your intestines are shaped, that's the best way to do it, the way he's doing it. The way the man is sitting on the toilet regular with his little knees up by his chest and his little footsies on a stool. So he looks like he's doing a cannonball, except he's not, he's shitting.
He's doing a cannonball into his toilet, yes.
Why do you have to look like you're taking a rape shower just to get a duty out?
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's the way nature built us.
Then why did we invent the weird toilet thing?
Yeah, I don't know. Why not just mold a toilet with a step in front?
Right.
Because who knew that when they invented the toilet? They didn't have the intestines all mapped out.
We know now, though. So get the toilets done with the stool already there.
That's a good point. Why don't they have bidets built into the toilets and / water fountains?
Well, they do. I don't own one, but I believe they do.
What, a bidet?
Yeah, they got bidet toilets.
I don't understand that squirting
I don't
water
like that.
up into the ass like that. That's
I can understand how
now we're getting weird.
Good for you, man.
In certain circumstances, it could be very refreshing if it's a little, scorcher.
I'm not a fan of it's good for you. We all die the same age unless we get some weird tragedy before then.
Yeah, but you prefer to have your anus intact. And I figure the more I can do to keep my hiney in one piece, the fucking... Considering all the fingernails I've gotten caught in there, I might as well treat the little fellow well.
All right. Thank you, sir. Paul in Jersey has another wiping technique. Shit himself on date, four-wheeling. Leaning back puts pressure on certain nerves, aids in shitting, or had fun shitting in Honduras in the military.
I say make it a hodgepodge like they do on Jeopardy. Just guess.
Yeah. Just pick shit a date. Date shitting.
Why are you
is always
avoiding
good.
Honduras?
Because
what do you have against Honduras?
It's only fucking Hondurans and soldiers of fortune there.
Attacked by wild dogs in Iraq, shitting also has just come in. Attacked by wild dogs in Iraq while shitting. That's the one?
Take that one.
All right, Matt in Missouri.
Hello.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, while we were invading Iraq by the Kabbalah Gap, we had to dig straddle trenches to shit. And so I went behind the building and was doing my business, and a wild dog came running up and wouldn't leave me alone while I was trying to go. So once I finished my business, after swiping at him with an entrenching tool, I chased the little fucker down and nailed it.
With an entrenching tool? What, you picked up your shit and threw it at him, or you hit him with the shovel?
No, I hit him with the shovel.
Oh, okay. I think it would be funny to, just wait, then throw the shit at him like another animal. Just, treat him like the animal you are.
Dogs love shit, though, man.
Oh, they can't get enough.
They can't get enough of it. They'll eat it.
It's like cotton candy to them.
Dude,
they love it.
I was hanging with Brother Weeze over the weekend, and he disappeared yesterday for about an hour. I'm like, where the fuck were you, right? He goes, you don't even want to know. He has a Rottweiler. Hold on a minute.
Oh, no.
Thank you, sir. And I don't even know this. They got some new products for babies. So I guess there's a diaper where the liquid, if your baby pees, now it turns into a gel. There's some
gel, right. Yeah,
You've heard of these?
I've heard about that.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, why? Because Brother Joe or your sister?
No, dates. No, of course not. Yeah.
First time hearing of these diapers, but I guess if your kid pees, there's a chemical in the diaper, and now the pee turns into a gel instead of leaking all over the place, right? And the kid also shit, and he had a 4th of July party, this Brother Weeze, and the person who threw the diaper into the little garbage pail in the bathroom didn't tell anyone. Well, the Rottweiler found that.
Ah!
And, man, that Rottweiler loved getting into the shit in the baby diaper and the gel pee.
God damn it.
So he had to clean that up for about an hour.
That's disgusting.
But dogs will eat. They'll eat their own shit. They'll eat your shit. They don't give a crap.
They're just blithering idiots.
And they roll in it.
Well,
It's another thing. Like a dog will roll in their fucking shit.
When will they roll in their shit, though?
Anytime, it seems.
But the number one time. Always. Guaranteed every time.
Oh, after you give them a bath?
Exactly. Because they need that shit smell on them, I guess.
That's right.
So they find their shit in their backyard and go rolling around every time. Knows someone who shit himself during his basketball game. Shit himself on date for wheeling. Another wiping technique. Poor Honduras still hanging in there.
Yeah.
Wants to thank you for ruining his morning coffee. Had a shit at McDonald's urinal while retarded kid was installed.
Okay, gotta hear that.
Christian, Miller Place.
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Going out to see Spamalot with the wife. We have dinner. We drive into Manhattan. We're on the LIE, and it hits me like a rock. Clenching the cheeks, everything. Pull off the expressway, south side of the expressway in Queens. There's a McDonald's. I knock needed all the way in. I open up the bathroom door. There's two boys in the stall. One of them is a little mentally retarded, making noises. They're wiping themselves. I go back out, go to the girls' bathroom. It's booked. Think about the janitor's closet there. There was nowhere to go, nowhere to wipe, so I go back into the boys' bathroom, figuring who's going to complain. I drop my ass on the urinal ledge, let it go, and it hit me flush with my elbow as I lean back.
But you can't flush because
you can't flush
the urinal's got like little holes. It's going to take a while.
It went right down the drain without an issue. There was no solid to it at all. But then, like the other guy did, my underwear in the corner of the bathroom after it was all over. But I don't know who they blamed for it after it was all over. I think the other guy got the rap.
Yeah.
One of my favorite stories ever. Crazy Jim, when we were working at AAF,
yeah.
he shit himself and destroyed a pair of underwear or boxers, whatever. And he was in a bathroom, and just like you guys are saying, didn't know where to throw the fucking boxers. He noticed there was a drop ceiling.
Pop that sucker up.
Popped the sucker up and got rid of his shitty boxers.
Toss it right up in there.
Look what I did yesterday.
Oh, God damn it, Jimmy.
I did on my
That's a pretzel.
I dropped Nessie in the toilet.
That's a dark chocolate pretzel.
It looks like it was painted with glossy brown paint.
Well, there's the end of it after I dropped more on top of it.
Oh, God.
I did such a bowl clogger yesterday.
I can't even look at that. Oh, God damn. How much shit is coming out of you?
Dude, the first one, that was the barbecue shit. That was the 4th of July dump.
Yeah.
Is there anything better?
No.
Exactly. All those meat products.
Oh, God.
Leaving your body.
Jimmy.
It was such a good one that I actually, my arms just kind of straightened out and shook, and my little feet raised off the floor. It was like that one. It was wonderful. My little feet were off the floor.
You're a fucking animal. Jimmy's an animal when he shits.
Oh, it was great. I brought in my iPhone to go online. It was silent. It was a silent one.
Jimmy, too good.
Yeah.
All right.
The old bow tie. I dropped the old bow tie.
All right, here we go. Poor Honduras still hanging in there.
Yeah.
Fun shitting in Honduras in the military. By the way, I would have went to that first, but this isn't my game.
Honduras?
I'm just the game show host right now. Another wiping technique. Technique for flu shitting.
All right, wow, that's good.
Know someone who shit himself during that basketball game. And drove midget, had to take shit, comes back without shirt.
Come on. No way.
Which one? You got two doozies up there. Which one you want?
Now the midget wins.
Okay. Nick, you were hanging out with a kickable, and what happened?
Well, I was in the carnival like about 2 years ago, and we were making a jump from North Carolina to Florida, and it was like October or whatever. And I'm riding with this midget, and he smelled bad because he could never reach the shower handles and whatever. So anyway, he's sitting next to me. He's like, man, I got a shit. And I'm like, well, we had just passed the rest area, and there wasn't going to be another one for about 10 miles. And I was like, well, we'll stop, when we can. And then he starts wriggling around in the seat and stands up on the seat, like braces his back against the seat, and he's pinching his butt cheeks together. And next thing you know, he's like, I got to go right now. So I pull over on the side of the freeway. This little guy jumps out, runs into the woods, and he's got a T-shirt on, and these like cut off camouflage shorts. Like 5 minutes later, he comes running back out with no shirt. Jumps back in the truck, stinking like hell, like all sweaty and nasty. And I was like, "What happened to your shirt?" He's like, "Well, I didn't have any toilet paper, so I took my shirt off and wiped my ass with it." I'm like, perfect.
Good thing you weren't on the way to a black tie event. That would have been embarrassing. Wiping his hiney with his tuxedo or his top hat.
Top hat.
Oh, God.
That would be actually, I stand corrected, that'd be a great time. You could just shit into the top hat. It's like a portable cloth toilet.
You just put it back on.
Yeah. No, you don't do that.
Thank you, sir. That's a good one.
No. You wipe with your cummerbund so you can still go to the event. And your underpants and black socks so you can still get away with it.
Hey, by the way, Nick.
Yeah.
I saw, because JetBlue has those sweet TVs, as we all know.
Yes.
I was watching the Shaq press conference. And, man, your owner is a true fucking hack. I'm excited for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
They got Shaq?
Yeah, they got Shaq. They got a real shot at winning this damn thing. But the owner, so they introduced Shaq, who is the only man alive that could pull off, by the way, a pink dress shirt and a pink tie. Who the fuck's going to say, wow, that's a little,
Why would he do that, though?
But and then the owner hands him a shovel because Shaq is playing in a cold weather city.
Yeah.
See, because there's going to be a lot of snow.
Yeah.
Oh, a snow shovel.
Yeah. And he also gives him, like, snowshoes. But see, because Shaq's feet are so big, he cut the tips so his feet could fit.
Oh, I get it.
Why don't you just give him rock salt?
Hack. Yeah, what the hell is that about? I think Shaq has people that probably shovel his driveway and doesn't shovel it himself.
And Nick, Shaq's a good guy, and rumor has it he's going to be on our show, by the way.
I can't
really.
But you know he doesn't give a shit about your city, right?
No, of course not.
Okay, good. You're not
Well,
stupid to buy into all
it's
that.
about money. That's all.
These guys, they go where they can to continue their careers and get a chance at an NBA title. They
It's
don't
like-
really care about the city.
It's like I say, the almighty buck rules. I say that a lot.
Yes.
Ruled by the almighty dollar.
Regular
Jimmy, when you-
guy.
Jimmy, when you come to
Jim.
Cleveland, brother.
I'll get out there when I get out there.
Yeah, well, I
Soon.
All right.
Saw my girlfriend's tits. Not that you would remember, but
Wait, hold on. Don't brush over that.
Yeah, let's not get casual about
When
it.
did I see your girlfriend's tits?
after your last show, we came through the line. I had you guys sign the back of my shirt, and just a little side shot. She pulled her shirt up. She got like a C cup, 36C.
Nice at the House of Blues.
Yes, sir.
Are you still dating this special gal?
Hell yeah, I am.
Bring her by the next time I'm out there. See if she'll show me one of her roids.
All right, sir. Thank you.
All right, guys.
All right. Now, Ant, the game gets a little better here.
Yeah.
Because now the phones are way too lit. So now you got to bail on a couple.
Uh-huh.
You have to bail on one call that you don't want to hear their story and then pick one. You get it?
Okay.
All right. Know someone who shit himself during his basketball game.
All right.
Technique for flu shitting. Mm-hmm. Shit during tandem jump, which is a brand new one. Mm-hmm. Has another wiping technique.
All right.
Had fun shitting in outdoors in the military.
Okay.
Shit during his wrestling match. Now, you have to get rid of one of those phone calls right now.
I am saying get rid of knows someone who shit himself during his basketball game.
Wow, really?
Yeah, that doesn't it's
All
not
right.
that it's bad.
He's gone.
It just doesn't seem like.
All right.
And now I definitely want to go to shit during his wrestling match.
What?
Come on, that's funny.
Why aren't we thinking on the same page today?
Why? Where
Technique
were you?
for flu shitting?
He'll stay there.
Okay.
I just got to hear because wrestling's very close contact.
Homoerotic to begin with.
Scott.
I was hoping you wouldn't choose me, but now I guess I have to tell you.
Yes.
When I was in high school, I was cutting weight to make 155. And, you try to sweat, and you put your jacket on, and you run around, and sometimes it just doesn't work. So you take a little X-Lax, and, everything came out fine. I made weight and got in the middle of the match, and I was in the first period, and the guy had me wrapped up pretty good, and next thing I know, I had shit all over the wrestling mat, shit all over him. They had to call the match.
Was everyone laughing or what?
Well, let's put it this way. If I told where I was at, everybody would know who it was.
It was. It's a legendary story, huh? They tell.
Yeah,
they've passed
freshman in
down.
high school, too, so 4 more years of that. Gotta love it.
Damn, that must. What did the guy do? was wrestling and got shit on.
Well, let's put it this way. He was off the mat, and I could have won by a forfeit. That's how fast this guy was moving. But it was vile, man. I ran as fast as I could run, shit running down my legs, in my wrestling boots, everything.
That's horrible.
My son wrestles for the same high school now, and I only hope that he never hears the story.
Yeah.
Fucking and
I
pick
love
the
it,
right
man.
phone call. Hey,
high school's great.
Scott, it brings up another question for real though. So, is there something illegal about shitting yourself during a wrestling match?
I don't remember anything in the wrestling rule book.
Good
but,
strategy.
No, for real, I would be known as the shitting wrestler.
Undefeated.
Undefeated every time. You'd make sure you work up a nice recipe.
It's liquidy, yeah.
And if you're having a tough time with the match, you let a little something go.
Let it loose. The guy freaks out. He runs out. You win.
And you got another win under your belt. I'm not even going for the joke. I mean, is there a rule?
To work.
I doubt it, but a couple of sliders and a beer, the night before.
We all know the formula.
The formula.
Grapes and fucking whole milk. Let's go. Mix some little raisin bran.
Raisin milk with raisin bran.
Let's go.
What a wreck.
You want to play or what?
You don't want to kill the guy.
All right, Ant. Same rules apply. You got to get rid of one call and take another. So
All right.
let's see if we got any new ones here. Technique for flu shitting still on the board.
Yeah.
I like this game show. Shit during tandem jump. Has another wiping technique. Had fun shitting in Honduras in the military. And making an appearance. Shit his pants in school. Threw underwear out window. Didn't realize his name was sewn into it.
Well, now that pretty much told the whole story right there.
Okay.
So I think he's got to go.
Wow.
Sorry.
Goodbye, Craig in Brooklyn.
Sounds like a good story. And now we will go to techniques for flu shitting.
Thank you, Ant. Thank you.
Yes.
Roach the trucker.
Good morning, boys.
Hello, Roach. What are you hauling, by the way?
Pigs, goats, and sheep.
Why?
The fuck?
Yeah. Who the fuck needs that? Those things are everywhere.
Pigs, pork chops are good. Bacon is good.
All right.
Dude.
Pulp Fiction, my friend.
Did you just say pork chops?
They're good.
Damn it! Fucking love pork chops.
They're great.
I don't know why anybody hasn't figured this out yet. This is my technique for food.
Oh, hold on. Let's talk food a little bit. You name me a better food than fucking bacon right now, Anthony Cumia.
Wow.
Right the fuck now.
Bacon.
Crispy
really
bacon.
Good. Yeah.
Not that soft, it's not cooked all the way shit.
No.
Crispy bacon. You name a food better than that right the fuck now. Or we go home.
All right, I'm gonna have to go with this. Perfectly cooked stew meat.
Ugh.
What? Who the hell is Stu?
Stu's meat. I love his meat.
What, like a little pot roast action?
No. It's in. You ever have stew
with like the potatoes and the carrots and a little
all that shit.
brown
and
gravy,
and then a piece of meat in there that's been just cooking all day and
Better
kind of
than
comes
bacon?
apart. Yeah.
Oh, I got it.
How about pork or beef in sauce, and like homemade tomato sauce that's been cooking for fucking hours on end, and it just comes apart. Melts in your mouth like muddy used to make mangy.
How about a frothy glass
Here we go. Yes, Jim.
of chilled lima bean juice?
Good stuff right there.
Huh? Perfect at a picnic.
Bacon just fucking rules. Go ahead, Roach the Trucker. Technique for flu shitting.
This is perfect, and I've got it down to a science.
How about liverwurst ice cream? That's better than bacon.
Listen, no cleanup, no splashback. Hit the handle, and then let her rip, and it goes into the center of the cyclone as it goes down. There's no cleanup.
What about splatter, my friend? I guess because
Nope.
the water's coming down from the sides?
No, it goes right into the center, just like in the middle, and takes it all the way down, and there's no cleanup, no splashback. It's
Nice.
beautiful.
So I'm going to say in Google bacon explosion, or did they misspell something? EXPOSION.
Gotta go, boys. Punching out.
Thank you, Roach.
Explosion.
Gotta be explosion.
All right. By the
Oh,
way,
mistype.
Ant, that phone call was very disappointing.
Yes.
And that was the one I wanted.
Well, I'll be honest with you. That's kind of why I went to it.
Just to
Giving you a
prove your
little-
point?
No, I was giving you a little gift.
Yeah,
Figured
it's
you
not
wanted to
that
hear
good.
it.
All right, we got a couple more. So now you got to like get rid of one, take one. We're almost done with this game, by the way.
Okay.
Let's give it a 5-minute limit here.
All right.
Colonoscopy prep shit story.
Mm-hmm.
Shit himself while puking at a Black Sabbath concert. Threw a little nugget in cup of person in front of him. Shit during tandem jump. Another wiping technique. Fun shitting in Honduras in the military. Had fun. The Honduras guy.
Yeah.
Just known as the Honduras guy.
Yeah.
And shit himself so bad, started coming out top of pants. Now you got to get rid of one.
Oh, okay.
You got to get rid of one.
I'm going to say, I don't know. That's too medical, the colonoscopy prep shit story.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know why? Because that's not really an awkward place to shit. It's in a doctor's office kind of a thing.
All right.
Or you're prepping or something. So I'm sorry, Jay.
Say goodbye to Jay in Arkansas.
Bye-bye.
Arkansas.
There he goes.
And now what do you pick?
And I have to go down to the top of the pants. I want to know everything about this story.
Doing cartwheels.
All right. We go to. Of course, it's a Canadian.
Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be?
Rocky.
Jesus.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Rocky, Toronto or Montreal?
Edmonton.
Edmonton. What the
on the
fuck
other
goes on
side.
there?
The other coast.
Hockey.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
only-
It's cold, but it's gorgeous.
All right. Edmonton or Vancouver?
Yeah, I gotta say Edmonton.
Why though? I don't know anything
Where's
about
from?
Edmonton except for, of course, the Oilers when they had their nice run.
Yes.
Yeah, they had
Wayne
one.
Gretzky.
But no, Edmonton's greater just because it's fucking Alberta and we got beef and winter.
Okay. Right.
Yeah,
on.
I'm not selling myself here.
Did
Let's just
Robert
talk about- let's
McNamara
just talk about
Hold
shit.
on. Breaking news. Robert McNamara is dead?
No way.
Vietnam War. He
Yeah.
was Secretary of Defense?
For Kennedy.
Great documentary called The Fog of War.
That guy, right?
Yeah,
that
yeah.
fucking documentary ruled.
That was a great one.
Damn guy had to wait in traffic. And I'm like, don't you know what this
I know.
fucking guy accomplished in his life?
He was the shit
He's in the rain and traffic in Washington.
back in the day. He was 93 years young.
Damn.
You know who else is dead? Got no recognition whatsoever,
Huh.
except on my
Ed
personal
McMahon.
show.
Yeah.
No, even less recognition than poor Ed McMahon. Fred Travolina.
Oh, we talked about the day you weren't here.
Oh, was that it?
And you know what? We needed you that day desperately.
His
Because that was your
awfulness.
thing. We hated him.
He sucked so bad.
Who is he?
He was like a Rich Little.
It was an impressionist that was terrible.
He tried to take on Rich Little. Actually,
Terrible.
you know what? Yeah, and when I was talking about that show, I'm like, fuck, why isn't Anthony here? Could
Yeah.
someone pull some, what, Travolino?
Fred Travolina.
Lena, pull some of his impressions. You're not going to believe how horrible they were.
I put some on the
Oh, you did?
compound. Yeah, it was so douche chill inducing. There was one point where he came out with Sammy Davis Jr. and did like a song and dance number with Sammy as Sammy. I can't even describe it without douche chilling.
Sounds great.
Wait, was he doing Sammy?
Yeah. He was doing Sammy, and Sammy's
With
like,
Sammy.
oh, no,
Oh,
babe,
get that.
babe, Sammy. And they were singing the Candyman. He's doing the face and dancing. And
You know who reminds me of Fred?
I get douche chills.
Travolina.
Who?
Billy Crystal.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Billy does good impressions, though.
Shut up.
He does, actually.
Really?
Billy
Shut
did
it.
Ali? Yes. Billy made a living doing Ali.
It was terrible, his
Howard
impressions.
Cosell. End of
Horrible.
story.
I don't remember his Chris.
It's horrible.
Horrendous.
I like when it does the black man from Louisiana. Yeah, I played my horn for many years. Yeah. Shut up. No one cares.
Can we get the Travolina impressions?
He's got something. Fred Travolina was
Well, let's
Sammy.
get
Well,
Rocky.
that's kind of hard. That's more of a visual. But
Yeah, no, you got to get some audio.
Can we hear it?
Well, we got to get
of
Rocky.
his douchey. Yes, we do have to get
Rocky.
Rocky.
We'll set up the Fred Travolina thing. The shit
Yeah.
stories are just the common thread here. We're all over the
Oh,
place with our
yeah.
show right now. Rocky, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm at work. I went out for lunch. I'm on my way back to the office when I got to go. I figure I can make it. I get close to the office, and I'm squeezing it pretty hard, and a little bit starts oozing out. No big deal, right? I can live with that. I'll throw the boxers out. As I'm pulling into the parking lot, it starts coming out more and more and more, and there's no holding it back. So now I got to drive 30 miles home to change.
because I can't go back to the office like that. So I got my feet pressed up on the floorboards of my truck, my fucking back arched, pressed up hard against the back of the seat, holding my ass off the bottom, and I'm driving. And it keeps coming more and more. It's filling up. I'm wearing long johns because it's Canada, it's winter, and it's cold. And when you finally commit to sitting down in your seat, right? I mean, everybody knows that's a fucking commitment.
Sometimes you don't have a choice, right, Rocky?
You don't have a choice. Your knees are shaking. I mean, you can't do that for that long. So you sit down. It goes everywhere. It comes down the bottom sides of your thighs, and it starts coming up the back, and you can feel it oozing out over the top.
God damn it!
It fucking fills up into your T-shirt, and it just doesn't stop. It fucking. I bet you it went probably a third of the way up my back, around the sides, right down to my fucking knees. I mean, you smother your balls with it. The only way you can fucking undress is in the shower. You got to just tiptoe into the house, turn on the shower, full clothes, and just fucking soak. And you're not even using a face cloth to wipe that shit. You're using a fucking bath towel.
Oh, that's great.
That is
You got to
heinous.
throw the whole lot out.
That's great.
If what I hear is true, Sam is pulling some Fred Travolina clips. Make sure you get Fred Travolina doing Jack Nicholson.
Wait, we can't just play him on YouTube?
Oh, it's so
No,
good.
let's get Sam to do
It's
it properly.
so funny.
We don't know where. I mean,
he's got so much makeup on as
Yeah.
he's doing all this
I mean,
crap.
we could try it, Jimmy. Certainly.
Yeah,
but-
let's hear it.
You know, that reminds me of when I was over at Warner's, and they needed somebody to do Bugs Bunny's voice.
You know something, Dutch? When I was in China, the one thing that Mao Zedong asked me for was a Bugs Bunny cartoon.
It's a great Nixon.
What's up, Doc?
Kill the wabbit. Kill that wascally wabbit.
He's still here. Why is he still here?
Hello, George.
George.
And I
George
were just
Bush.
exchanging a few anecdotes.
Wow, he sounds like Regis.
Huh, I've had it with anecdotes. I've had 8 years of baseball stories, show business stories, dog stories, all jokes. Well, that's what you don't understand about this job, George. A few good anecdotes are worth 1,000 position papers. Well, maybe for you.
Sounds like
but not
Trump.
for me.
All right, pause this.
George
We heard
Bush
enough.
is a man.
First of all, the Nixon's right on. The George Bush is horrendous. The Reagan's almost good. Anthony does a better Reagan.
Yeah.
You had a career, my friend, that you blew off.
Yes.
But the Reagan isn't that bad either.
No.
Compared
But
to
the
the
Bush is horrendous.
But the Reagan's pretty bad, though. It's like,
Yeah, it does. You know what it is? This guy made his bones doing Nixon. Fred Travolina, because that's when he first started, was when Nixon was in the White House.
Okay.
And
Nixon was right
he's
on.
terrible. His Nicholson is exactly, it's textbook hack Nicholson. Textbook.
Dr. Steve texted me and he goes, see if he can get Nicholson as the president. Because he would do Nicholson going, I'm the president.
Wow.
Ah.
All right, listen. Hold on, because we got to go back to our game. And we'll go back to that in a second. Anthony, now you got to get rid of 2 phone calls.
Wait a minute. Let me take a look. Okay.
You got to get rid of 2 phone calls now. All right?
I know which one I'm not getting rid of.
All right. Drunk girlfriend shit herself on dance floor. Has joined the party. Had fun shitting in Honduras in the military. Still up on the screen.
Yeah.
Has another wiping technique.
Mm-hmm.
Bob in Illinois had milk drinking contest in church camp. Subsequently shit himself. You got Matt in Smithtown shit himself while puking at Sabbath concert. Threw a little nugget in cup of person in front of him.
I think I have to hear that one.
Or Crotch Critter making the board, taking liquid shit, had to answer phone, ended up spraying wall with shit.
All right, look.
All right, you got to get rid of 2 phone calls now.
All right.
This is where the game gets very, very...
I got to get rid of 2?
Yeah, because now we got to move
All right,
this.
now I got to get rid of Nick from Tennessee has another wiping technique.
Goodbye, Nick.
And I'm sorry, I don't have faith in Honduras. I don't have faith in the Honduras military.
Can't you give him a
shitting
couple of
story.
seconds? Can't you give him a couple of seconds?
The rules are the rules.
He's got to go. He's got to go.
I tried.
And the one
Because that was probably the best one.
Yeah.
No, it's in Honduras, and he just shit from the military. It's like, who cares? They shit everywhere.
Turn on the Today Show. Midgets on the Today Show. Thanks for the info.
Midgets on there?
Oh, it's Pat from Munaki. It's got to be real. Give me a little Channel 4 here in New York.
And now I want to hear.
Yeah.
Boy, there's 3 really good ones here.
Remember, the next time we play, you got to get rid of 2 again.
Yeah. God, but I want to hear that one.
Which one?
Well, Walter's great. Because that adds a whole nother dynamic because it's a girl. I got to hear the drunk girlfriend shitting on the floor.
Fuck, I would have went with spraying wall with shit.
I'm never getting rid of him.
Okay, good. Good to know.
Yeah, I know. I know we got to go.
Hey.
The search won't pick up.
Walter, we're here.
Hey, Walter. Hey, Walter.
He's yelling at Maud.
Yeah, really. He got all mad. Now, what do we do? His wife was yelling at him that he had to go. I know we got to go. They're not picking up.
Dude, rules are rules. You got to get rid of 2 phone calls and take 1.
Yeah.
So what do you got?
Wow. Well, I got to see what Ken has, but...
All right, we'll go with a Travolina.
All right, okay.
What Travolina impression are we doing now?
I want to hear Nicholson.
This is our Fred Travolina tribute.
Okay.
Which one is
What
this?
is this one? This is like a skit. I don't want skits.
That's why it's
Where's
better.
the Sammy one? Why don't we play that?
It's
him and Sammy.
I do him and
Yes.
Sammy. Do him and Sammy.
You know, man. But it's the oddest feeling in the world, man, to be standing there looking at a white you.
Who sounds nothing like you.
The candy man can, cause he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good. Yeah, the candy man makes everything he makes satisfying and delicious. You can talk about your childhood wishes, put it in a dream, separate the sorrow, then collect all the cream. The candy man, yeah, the candy man.
That was funny.
No, it wasn't.
That was horrendous.
Why?
That was so bad. He was making the Sammy face.
Yeah.
And dancing like Sammy.
Yeah.
And trying to sing like Sammy. Oh.
We got to hear a little more. That was good.
No.
Candy man can, the candy man can, cause he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good. One more time from the half. The candy man makes everything he bakes satisfying and delicious. You talk about your childhood wishes, but you can even eat the dishes.
Oh. Jimmy, stop it.
It's funny. It sounds just like him.
Cringing.
All right.
This is
I
horrid.
love Fred Travolina.
Back to shit stories.
What a loss.
All right.
Speaking of shit.
All right, Ant. A couple new ones on the board, but you got to get rid of 2 phone calls and take 1.
Oh, God
We
damn.
got
I
crotch
gotta
critter
get rid of 2.
taking liquid shit, had to answer phone, ended up spraying wall with shit.
Yeah.
Shit himself at the Sabbath show and put a little nugget in the cup in front of him.
Yeah.
Had milk drinking contest in church, subsequently shit himself.
Yeah.
Jerry, Minnesota, new to the board. Friend shit down a ladder.
All right. Kind of funny.
Footer, best shit story. E-Rock is a fat slob.
He goes.
And Matt on Long Island. Shit my pants during the millennium. Still got laid. Got to get rid of 2. This is going to be bad now.
All right, get rid of Millennium because I don't care.
Okay.
And I guess we got to get rid of friend shit down the ladder.
What? What if he was wearing boxers and shorts?
I know. Sacrifices must be made because I got to hear the one about the Sabbath concert. I got to hear take a liquid shit answering the phone. So and then I want to hear taking liquid shit.
All right, good.
Answering the phone.
Crotch critter.
Good evening.
Hey.
Okay. To start off with, I'm a little bit lactose intolerant, but I'm too stupid. I love Rocky Road ice cream and cookies and cream ice cream. So the night before I had some of that, wake up in the morning, kids off to school, wife to work and everything else. I go in the bathroom, sitting there, and my wife sits there. I bring the little cordless in there and set it on the counter, and in case I had an emergency phone call. So I'm just ripping away, and I mean, right when I let loose, the phone rings. I reach forward to get the phone, and it hit the backboard and it splattered. I mean, it was on my back. It was on the walls. It was everywhere. The floor, the whole 9 yards. I just sat there and I was like, well, fuck it. I finished up, took me a shower, kind of, grabbed one of the bath towels and got up as much as I can. And between the time that I did that, the kids got out of school early. They came home and they called their mom at work and told them, hey, the sewer backed up again. I just went with the story.
Oh, boy. God damn it.
What's wrong, Ed?
Sacrificed. I know. And I wasn't really feeling that one.
All I know is I started checking my email. So
yeah.
I just had the urge to check my email.
I started looking at
so I don't even know how the story ended.
Stuff.
I'm sorry to that guy.
Oh, God.
Now we go back to Fred Travolina.
Yes. Real shit. Fred Travolina as Bill Clinton is on the board.
Oh, that's got to be hilarious.
I might want to hear a little of that.
Or Jack Nicholson. You want both?
Well, let's hear that first. Yeah,
Which one?
Let's hear Clinton.
Okay.
He turns around and comes back. He's making a funny face.
Ladies and gentlemen, now that all is said and done, I think Dr. Ruth is one hot-looking chick.
That was good. It's a funny line. He's got a good voice.
Holy shit.
What were you listening to, Jimmy?
He said she's an odd chick.
Dr. Ruth.
Funny, it's topical, the joke, Dr. Ruth.
Now, I just want to tell you something. When that phone rings at 3 o'clock in the morning, you better know what you're doing. Now, when I was president, I was sitting next to Hillary. That phone rang at 3 o'clock in the morning. She always wanted to be president, so she rolled over me. She grabbed that phone before I could.
What happened to the impression?
And I heard her talking. I didn't know what's going on. She says, yeah? What about 150 miles from here? What? How am I supposed to know if it's raining? And she hung the phone up. I said, Hillary, what was that call about? She said, that was some woman asking if the coast was clear.
Holy shit. Jimmy's loving it. Oh, Jimmy found that so funny. Was he doing Bill Clinton the president?
Yeah.
Or maybe a neighbor that he had named Bill Clinton?
He tried in the beginning, then he just gave up on the impression altogether.
Gave up on the whole thing.
You want the Jack Nicholson?
Yeah, because he's famous.
Or Nicholas. Nicholas is
Nicholson.
Is
yes.
And you noticed in the papers today that Giuliani is going to be running for president. How do you feel about that? Huh? Pretty good. Well, I have another suggestion, a different president. Here is Jack Nicholson.
Here is.
As president of the United States.
What's he doing? You can see it.
How you doing, everybody? I'm the president of the United States, and I just canceled the income tax for everybody. How about that, kids?
I'm so uncomfortable.
Dude,
I'm so uncomfortable.
Such douche chills.
Can we hear that again? That sounded just like him.
No.
That was good.
Cancel income tax for everyone.
Shut up, Jimmy. You make it worse.
Great voice, well written.
Well written.
All right, back to shit stories.
Yeah.
Now, Ant?
Yeah.
Sorry, but, it's kind of like we're playing poker. Where
3 now?
The blinds are going up. We got to get rid of 3.
All right.
3 shit stories, and you take 1.
All right.
Lady has diarrhea while walking down street.
Okay.
Shit himself while puking at the Sabbath show. Nugget in the beer in front of him. Shit himself in restaurant. Wife shit on me during sex. Chef shit himself while mooning me. Had a water ski enema and shit water for 5 minutes. Water ski enema. Oh, okay. Shit in my hard hat during traffic. Shit on wall in Lowe's bathroom. Painted stall at unemployment office. Got to get rid of 3.
Yeah. I don't care about the water ski enema.
Really?
That happens. It's like
right.
what happens? You get fucking water up your ass. All right. Sorry.
He's gone.
Chef shit himself while mooning me. That's kind of funny.
Okay,
shit himself in a restaurant. It's another shit himself story.
Yeah, that's
it's got to have an angle to it.
Okay.
And then the third one that's going to go is the shit in my hard hat during traffic.
Gotta
sounds
go?
funny. Yeah, but it's pretty much it. So what happened? Yeah, I was in traffic. I had to take a shit. I shit in my hard hat. All right.
He's out. Oh, wait. I almost got rid of the wrong one.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
he's out.
Sorry.
All right, now you get to pick one.
Now I get to pick one. I want to hear about the shitting in the Black Sabbath concert.
The nugget in the cup in front to me is the enticing part of that
Yes,
story.
All right. Matt in Smithtown. Matt?
Yes. Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Hi, Matt. What year was this?
It was about 5 or 6 years ago.
Okay.
Went to the Sabbath concert, and we drank a 30-pack before we went in, me and my friend. And we were drinking out of the big gulp. We were pouring big gulps, like 64 ounces. So we're going into the concert, and I pound the drink, and I start puking. So I puked, and I felt something come out. I didn't know what it was, but I went into the bathroom there. I got into the stall. I pulled down my pants, and there's a 3-inch nugget, a hard nugget in my drawers. So I whipped it out, and it landed in the cuff of the pants of the guy next to me.
In the cuff?
In the cuff of his pants.
Oh, I think you said in the cup.
In a cup.
Oh,
it's in his cuff. That's different. Although funny because you get home and you just got a nugget of shit in your pant cuff.
You're like, wait a minute.
What the fuck is this? Is this some hash? Let's try smoking it. For all you hash lovers out there.
I used to love hash.
Times. I used to love
Yeah.
hash too, Jimmy, as a freshman in Geneseo. Under a glass? With a little
No,
pen?
no.
No, that's hashish.
Yeah, why?
Oh, I thought you were talking about hash the potatoes.
All right, thank you, Matt. Ant, the blinds
I'm
go.
talking about hash as to what you should have done with that joke before you said that.
This is a great way to get rid of. This is a great way to get rid of phone calls. So now the blinds go up. You have to get rid of 4, Ant. 4 fucking phone calls.
Here
and
it
take
is.
one.
Here
You
it
see
is.
what's up on the screen. What's
Yes.
new is shit in van while on GW Bridge. Had IBS shit in truck. Drove home 400 miles without pants. And yeah, the rest are the ones you know.
All right. Shit on the wall in Lowe's, gone.
What?
Yep, because painted stall at unemployment office is similar, and I'd rather hear about unemployment office getting nailed than that.
Shit on the wall at Lowe's, people probably just think it's the new Steve Martin movie poster.
It was probably the Lowe's construction place.
What's that?
That's like where you buy lumber. It's like Home Depot.
Oh.
I don't. Now we'll never know, but
all right, 3 to
that's
go.
what I was thinking.
Get rid of 3 more.
Shit in dump truck on City Street. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Shit in a van while on the GWB is
Bye.
gone.
Okay.
And had irritable bowel syndrome shit in truck. Drove
That's
400
bye?
miles without pants. Sorry, Striker. You're gone.
God,
That's it.
These shit stories keep on coming. We can't knock them out fast
I
enough.
know. They love them.
All right. Which one are you going to take?
And I want to take a lady
Diarrhea?
while
okay.
walking down the street.
All right.
I want to hear the girls.
By the way, next time, you have to get rid of 5 shit stories.
I know, this is crazy.
We'll knock them out. We will win in the end.
This is insane.
Richie, Brooklyn.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
All right,
Hey,
I was in
Richie.
Greenpoint with my friends last summer, and the Polish neighborhood. We walked around behind this lady with like a muumuu watch, like one of those house dresses, and she's farting, and we're sitting there and we're laughing at her. Next thing you know, you just see brown wet marks coming from her back, right? And we are dying, and she's turning around and she's yelling at us. We keep following, and now we're just following her. She's diarrheaing. It's coming out the back of her legs and hitting on her slippers in the street now, and we're just ripping on her. She turns around, and she's screaming at us. She's swinging her bag at us. She turns out, she keeps walking. We're walking. My friend is, like, now right behind her, like, just making fart noises. She stops. She reaches in, and she touches her underwear, and she throws, and she touches him with her shit. And we just fucking take off.
Jesus.
All right, that's. I like that one.
Yeah, I like that
kind of funny.
Back to Fred Travolina. What are we looking at now?
Fred Travolina doing an impression of Robert De Niro on the Match Game.
Ooh.
Oh, no, his De Niro.
Let me see it, Doc, because I want to see the face, too, Stevie. Right.
Yeah.
you for showing up because we couldn't do it without you. Okay? Ready?
Turn it louder.
Ready.
Best I can do.
Good afternoon to you. Well, you and I started to talk about something backstage a moment ago, and we got interrupted by this show.
Well, I was hoping to see one day Robert De Niro. Come on, a match game.
Were you
Hollywood
hoping?
Squares and do one of those poems,
Yeah.
you know?
Good idea.
Yeah, imagine Robert De Niro in hospital.
Uh-huh.
And my name is Robert De Niro, an actor, that's what I am. I made lots of pictures, like Raging Bull, where I hit people wham. But the thing that got me the most, the thing that got most of the stares, was the week that I was a guest on the match game Hollywood Squares.
Holy shit. Holy shit. I don't know if I can even continue.
Multi-millionaire, my friend.
Guy sounds just like him.
Millionaire.
Amazing.
A millionaire.
He could not sound less like Robert De Niro.
Sounds just like him.
Did he?
Yeah, the match game, the rhyme, the poem was funny.
Why was he doing a poem?
Because he was just wanted. He said, "You ever wonder what it would be like with Robert De Niro?"
I never wondered that.
I had.
You know what? I was wondering.
No one.
I always wondered what it would sound like if, you know.
It sounds...
Let's think. I don't know.
Well, you get those. You pick a celebrity and then a crazy scenario. I love that type of humor.
Me too.
You know. Sylvester
Maybe
Stallone.
George Burns singing like Extreme. Or
that'd be fucking horrible.
I was a hack.
Lingy.
Ah, shit.
Sam has a recent Letterman set from Travolina coming.
Good.
Oh,
Great.
God. All right, Ant. How many you got to knock out now? 5 phone calls? Are we up to?
Yeah. This is going to be easy.
All right. We have shit stories out the wazoo. All right, we got some new ones. Shit myself in wetsuit while surfing. Shit pants during mortar attack, in Iraq. Shit in bed next to girlfriend. Wife shit on me during sex. Shitting during bodybuilding competitions. Fag shit himself in Key West while wearing white shorts in front of me.
Oh, come on.
Honduras shit story guy is back. He doesn't want to give up. And painted stall at unemployment office. You have to get rid of 5 of these really good fucking stories.
All right. Wife shit on me during sex. Sorry, Mongo, the trucker. He's got to go.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no, he's gone.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, he's gone.
Fucking
Wife
animals.
shit on me during sex.
All right, gone.
Wow. Shit in bed next to
I say the
shit
fag.
Yeah,
because all fags have the big assholes. They're shitting all the time. What's the big deal?
Yeah. Okay, get rid of him.
All right.
Yeah, I really don't want to hear that. Shit myself in a wetsuit. Who cares? You're in the water. You can just open it up and fucking clean it out. It's no real big deal.
All right. 2 to go, believe it or not.
2 more. Honduras has to go. Sorry.
He's gone again.
And painted the stall at the unemployment office.
Gone?
Yeah, gone. Fuck. I want to hear shit during bodybuilding.
Yeah, all right. So do I. This could be the end of the contest. I think we finally knocked out the
I think
listeners.
this is good.
We'll
This
see,
is
though. Jeff in Florida. Jeff.
Good morning.
Yes.
Hi, sir.
Would it bother you guys if I asked really awful questions of every caller? Jeff with a J or a GEO?
It's with a J. Sorry, it's just boring.
All right.
Okay, Jeff, that wasn't the end.
You're right.
Silly
Sorry.
moment.
You wanted to have a little chit-chat about that?
Yeah, that was a semicolon, not an exclamation point.
What are we supposed to do with that?
I missed that cue. Sorry. No, it's fairly common in bodybuilding contests. These guys are on so many diuretics. They're trying to cut as much water and weight as they can that they're taking tons of diuretics. They get up on the stage and will shit their pants because they're sitting there. They're trying to strain and get show every possible muscle they can. But there was a guy back in the mid-'90s that was actually a contender for the Olympia called Porter Cottrell, that in the mid-'90s he was in the preliminary rounds and absolutely shit all over the stage.
Was he like straining and doing a...
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
those guys are up there, they're stepping in front of each other, trying to show off everything, and this guy just pressed it out right there on the stage.
Nice.
Very fun.
I'm
I like
out.
that one.
Very good. Good job.
Have a good one.
All right.
Right
Dude, the game on. They won't leave us
They
alone.
won't go away. I know.
Shit myself while running.
Yeah.
Shit pants during mortar attack in Iraq. Girlfriend took a lot of diet pills and ended up leaving a greasy shit in my bed.
Yeah. That's, I think, somebody making fun.
Yeah, me.
Oh, okay.
Brendan,
All right. I was looking
Wisconsin.
for that one. I'm like, wait a minute, that's not even there.
Shit myself while driving a full school bus. Why don't we take a break?
Yeah, why don't we do that?
Because I got a shit, to be honest with you.
Maybe you'll have a story that'll make the air.
That's true.
Yeah, but
I shit my
no
pants on
one's
way
sure.
to bathroom and hallway.
Yes. And then you'll hang up on
Yes.
me. Thanks, Dad.
Yeah.
I shit my pants for the show. And
Shitting
it's
as
not
I
good enough for you.
shitting as I tripped. Shitting when wrong guy walked out of shade next door. Shitting by out cue.
And when we get back to
Fred Travolina does celebrity cars.
From Merv Griffin, yeah.
So this would be cars.
Wait, we got to do that.
That
for the break.
are celebrities.
I'm dying right now. Unless you want to continue. I don't give a shit.
I gotta pee. How about we come back? We'll do Fred.
Come back.
All right,
I
we'll do
gotta-
some
I
Fred.
gotta hear that.
Also, Ann, you got to get rid of 6 phone calls.
That's crazy.
5-year-old daughter shit in a Big Mac box and hit it. Didn't find it until 2 weeks later. It's a story you could go to or say no to.
I like that one.
And also the teacher that did something bad in her elementary school by accident.
All right.
All right. Lots to do still, even though we're going to get out of here early. Well, hopefully.
Well, on time.
Will we even be back after this break? Who knows?
Who knows?
Opie and Anthony.
All right.
Going to try to get back to the phones in a minute or two here. We did tease the teacher. She hands out a video to elementary school class. Accidentally includes something else in the video. What do you think was in that videotape?
Probably porno.
You get a sense after talking to parents here at Isabel Jackson Elementary that this woman in question was a good teacher who made what is being called a really dumb mistake.
You get a sense?
Yeah.
You get a sense, huh?
Getting a sense.
That means you're not completely sure.
No.
But
Getting
people
a
are saying.
sense. People are saying.
Jesus.
People are talking. Some people say.
Mistake. The video starts with a menu screen featuring various school trips and functions. When you click on one of them, you see kids in a classroom sharing stories. They start clapping, and then suddenly the video cuts to sex.
It goes from my son straight to her. On the couch, like this.
This parent wasn't sure if the nude woman on the screen was his son's 5th grade teacher, Mrs. Delfonte.
My son's reaction was, Dad, is that Miss Delfonte?
It turned out to be Mrs. Delfonte, a 5th grade teacher at Isabel Jackson Elementary in Sacramento.
Zoinks.
I know, I know you don't want to have kids and all that, Aunt, but let's say this happened to your kid. Would
Yeah.
you be that fucking
What
outraged?
grade is it?
5th grade.
Nah, no, not by 5th.
Why don't you just sit down? You just sit your kid down and go,
Was
look.
it kindergarten? Fine.
Is there going to be outrage in the story? Probably,
Yeah,
right?
it's
Come
definitely
outrage.
The father in our story says that the day after his kid got the DVD, the teacher called their home the next morning, crying hysterically, profusely apologizing, saying it was all an accident, and asking for their help in calling other parents to stop their kids from seeing the DVD too.
She didn't intend for this to happen. It's felony stupid, but it's not a crime.
Legal expert Ken Rosenfeld says the teacher could lose her job, but it's unlikely.
Is it something that she should be disciplined for? Certainly, but lose her career over? She didn't intend for this to happen.
This father doesn't care if the teacher keeps her job or not. He'd just like some help from the school.
Maybe offer some sort of counseling for my children, ask how my children are doing. I want somebody to ask me what kind of questions my kids are asking me.
How about you fucking sit your kid down and do your own counseling? You can work your way through this one. Relax.
Come on.
I ain't doing no extra. No. We end when we end. Enough with the rules. We do our show.
Rules. I hate the rules.
Stupid rules.
Offer my kid counseling.
No.
What, you can't talk to your kid about what he saw? What do you need, a professional fucking stupid school shrink?
Because there's just a complete panic out there now.
Relax. God.
Being over safe with everything. You can't sit down and
Dummies.
talk this out with your kid within like minutes, by the way? Minutes?
Yeah, minutes. I'll be out playing with paper airplanes. You'll be sitting there. Oh, he's disturbed. No, look, he's fine.
It's the clueless parents that don't think their 5th grader knows this shit yet.
Exactly.
5th grader has their computer upstairs. Most likely, on that computer while you're downstairs watching a dumb movie. You don't think they're taking a peek here and there?
He knows
a fifth grader?
Looks
of
like.
course they are.
He knows
what does a fifth grader find hot?
Bush looks like.
Poopy shots?
I think heinies.
Heiny shots?
Heinies. Not bent over like, all the goodness in there.
No,
just like crack and cheeks.
No, I think they've entered the world of the boob, too.
Yeah,
in
boobies,
fifth grade.
too.
Fifth grade.
Boobies and heinies.
Yeah.
That's what you like.
Not wide open slits. Not
no,
yet.
no, that's scary.
That's about
for a
seventh
child.
grade, right?
Oh, that's frightening. Yeah, 7th grade. You'll start going, I could go for that. But boobies and heinies are for 5th graders.
Wide open slits.
Oh, frightening.
End of 6th grade, maybe.
Scary.
End of 6th grade. That first fucking beard hair pops in.
Those were so scary to look at.
Yeah, they were.
When I was a kid. Is that the film of her?
Oh, we got the actual film?
Could they pixelate any more?
They start clapping, and then suddenly the video cuts to sex.
All right. I'm not good at
squint.
Yeah, I'm not good at pixelating.
All right.
So what are we looking at, Ed?
Squint.
I'm
it
squinting.
Looks like she's on the couch.
I see couch.
Hold on. If you squint, you can see better, but it's really hard to squint.
There's a plant in the back.
What the fuck is... Wait.
Did you guys hear that noise, or is that just me with a new thought coming?
That's just you. All right, wait. If you go way back, too. What the fuck are we looking at?
I think... Do I see ass, cheek, and leg?
It's her leaning back on the couch.
Oh.
The leg up in the... See the leg up in the air?
Is that a leg?
That's a head right there. That's
her head?
That's the head.
Where's her pussy?
Oh, her pussy's right...
Probably a hand.
No.
No.
Is she with someone else or alone?
I can't even see.
Like a Picasso painting. We're trying to figure this shit out.
Completely.
God damn, sharpen that up.
I don't know.
My eyes hurt now.
Yeah, no kidding.
I tried to see the sailboat.
Hey, remember that website, guesshermuff.blogspot.com?
Yeah.
This guy, Chris Moneymaker from Amarillo, writes,
Chris Moneymaker.
Speaking of wide open slits, check out girl number 653.
Oh, really?
Give me 653.
Oh, God. All right, there she is.
That's 653?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Now you got to see her with her vagina.
Yeah, so far just a normal shot of her with a tongue piercing.
What's what?
All right.
That's a nice vag.
Yeah, it's a nice vag.
Nothing wrong with that.
It's very plump.
Kind of looks like a heart.
A little, yeah.
Anyone else see the nice heart shape to it?
Not much falling out of it.
No. Let's say hi to Danny in Atlanta. Danny.
Hey, Hope. A lot of hard talk. Wouldn't your dad wanted counseling when you went running up an apple tree crying?
Yeah, I was fucking scared. You're
No
right.
counseling, though? No counseling?
No, he wanted to talk to me about it. I had to come down eventually, and we talked. But my dad did the right thing. He didn't go try to search out a stupid counselor.
No.
We end with the very best of Fred Travolina.
Oh, thank God.
We got the car thing that Steve found, but we also have Sam. Sam says that you got Fred Travolina. This is in the later years?
Yeah, this is for my own personal collection.
Shut up.
I'm Sam.
Oh.
But I'm Sam.
I don't know if you want... Let's do the cars first, and we can play my mixtape second.
Oh, you got a mixtape?
That's my Fred Travolina mixtape I gave you.
Nice. All right.
All right, yeah, this is Celebrity Cars.
He's on the Merv Griffin show.
This is genius. Shaking hands.
Lawrence, and
He sits on the couch.
back there listening to these great voices.
Grand Opera.
Grand Opera, but I brought along a special guest.
Yeah.
Who?
Pavarotti.
You don't do
Yes, singing the theme from Jaws.
Certainly, I'm not half the man I used to be.
Yeah, bent in half.
There's a tenor. I mean, that was that.
He's a real singer. He studies singing. I don't say that Pavarotti is the best. I let other people say if they want to say.
Fucking Paul.
We always do
Who have you been working on lately?
Oh, I've been working on a lot of really strange
Give me
stuff,
some.
Merv. I mean, the birth of Gershwin.
Pardon?
The birth.
But how would we know whether it's good or bad?
Well, I figured you're a
None of
great
us were there.
concert pianist. You know all the things.
Yeah.
His life had to start off. Show business follows you through your life. The birth of Gershwin. Push, Mrs. Gershwin. Push. Here we go.
Another full moon.
Jimmy, stop clapping and smiling and
Answering
laughing.
machine.
Oh, yeah, I want to hear that.
That's funny. He's laughing already.
This is. This is.
Oh, because he stutters.
I tell you, Merv, I'm getting crazy. It's springtime.
Sure are.
I was thinking of all the cars. You were back at the inauguration, right?
Yep.
Saw you back there. How cold it was back there.
Freeze.
I was watching you, and I said, "You imagine all the celebrities' cars in winter?
Oh.
Trying to start Stallone's car in the winter."
What would that sound like?
Always.
Oh, God, that's great.
Sounds like his.
How about trying to start your car in the winter?
That's just Merv taking
There's a
a
fist in the driver's seat.
Enjoy it. This is your last show.
A little close to Nixon, though. Did you notice?
Reagan's car in the winter.
Reagan's car.
What?
Oh, that is funny.
Whenever you
that was
say,
the best part.
Yeah, whenever you say that is funny like that, guess what?
Oh, that is funny.
Not an ounce of funny to.
I thought he was. I thought he was good.
Well, let's go to Sam's mixtape.
The older stuff is better.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, the stuff that went on, like technically the most recent stuff is his best stuff, I thought.
Okay.
So I just brought in some of my favorite clips from the more recent years.
Sure. Fred does Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to hear Clint Eastwood, right?
Oh, come on. This got to be good.
Then Clint Eastwood, if he spoke like.
Topical. Think topical.
Sandra Locke.
No.
Richard Simmons.
Oh my God!
Because Clint Eastwood would never sound like that.
Because Clint is such a man,
Right.
and Richard Simmons is so gay.
You got it.
All right, figured it out. I love how he's got to set it up too. You ever wonder what that would sound like? I said, no.
Normally, I have
never.
wondered that though. I'm like, how do you know? That is what I wonder, and I wonder it often.
Supposedly, there's a serious DJ who's webcasting literally right next to us, and we're not allowed to have pal talk.
I thought we were on camera.
What's that about?
Uh,
All right.
What is it?
Whatever. Who cares, right?
Now, Clint Eastwood, his voice fits his face. He's always like,
This must be making the face.
yeah.
how you doing, punk? Go ahead, make my day. What?
That's
Thank
what
you?
he said.
Jimmy, stop
What if
clapping.
Clint Eastwood had Richard Simmons' voice?
No, what if?
Yeah. All right, mister, put that magnum down right now. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Wish we could see it.
But
that didn't sound like Clint Eastwood or Richard Simmons. Either way.
You guys are jealous.
And Dirty Harry carries the Magnum. So why did he tell the guy to put the Magnum down right now?
He's so effeminate, that Richard Simmons.
Sam.
Okay, faggot. What's next?
Fantastic.
Who's not having bacon right after this show?
Thank God
damn
Fred Travolina is dead.
What? We have one more, Ant.
Well, God probably,
Watch out. This is Sam writing. I can't take credit for this. Watch out. It's Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci hailing a cab.
Oh, no. This has got to be great.
It is funny.
Here's one for you. Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci hailing a taxi in New York.
That's crazy. We don't see the visual either.
Kind of funny face.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Hey, taxi. Hey, taxi, right over here. Taxi, come on. Come on, don't start with me. Don't start with me.
Don't clap, Jimmy.
Kind of sounds like him.
Hey, Joe Pesci, you go get me a cab.
Sure, boss, I'll get your cab right now, right here.
Hey, Joe Pesci, you've got to say his full name.
I'll tell you what. Don't give me that off-duty, on-duty, off-duty. That sign's going to end up in a very interesting place if you don't watch it, mister.
Where,
and in
Joe?
about 3 seconds, you're going to be riding around in your own trunk.
Oh, God. See? Because they're mob guys. Right, Sam? Because they're mob guys.
Yeah, they're mafiosa.
Hey, Joe Pesci. I have to say his name.
So your brain goes, oh, I'm about to hear Joe Pesci.
Here comes Joe Pesci now. Fred Travolina sucked monkey cock.
He's dead.
Just sucked
and he's dead.
a big, fat, moosey cock. Horrible. I think he was on he was on one of the last cruises I went on.
Really?
Yeah, doing the.
Did you go?
No, I didn't.
So was
I did
Rosie
not
O'Donnell.
even go.
Why not? You could have saw a legend, Ant.
Oh
Yeah, I missed my chance right there. I'd have rather struck a fucking iceberg.
I could have got him to sign my CD.
Speaking of iceberg, might have sounded something like. Stop.
Yeah.
Fucking.
One more?
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
God damn
Please. Please, more Fred Travolina.
Here's
the
the-
late, great Fred Travolina.
And here's the thing about this. You think one clip, so you're like, oh, yeah, I'll just get one impression, you know?
Yeah.
And I'll laugh at that.
Uh-huh.
How do you feel about 9 for the price of 1?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Well, Anthony Cumia, what I'm saying is...
Oh, are you going to do an impression of me now?
He's going to do 9 different impressions.
All at the same time?
Yeah, because he goes on the internet a lot. And he sees
Oh, wow,
that,
that's topical. Okay, at least he brought the internet into his act.
On the internet, people keep doing the morphs. People keep morphing. Everything's morphed.
Do they?
Yes.
Who's morphing
it's a
things
hot
on the
trend.
internet?
Trust me, it's a
like
trend.
that new Michael Jackson video where the faces morph?
Yes, exactly, precisely.
Fred Travolina is a tool.
You ready?
Oh, hope his jaw dropped already.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
No, but
here we go.
And I like to see on the internet all these things that are morphing. Everybody's morphing everything.
Who's morphing?
Everybody. Morphing stuff. No one just morphs. Let me tell you something. You have the capability to morph things.
Right.
But you never have the real need to morph.
Funny.
What do you mean everyone's morphing?
Sam just goes, funny. No.
Should I have my brother
Everyone's
make a T-shirt?
morphing.
Everybody, yeah.
My brother's going to make a T-shirt. Everyone's morphing.
Your brother should make a T-shirt of you and Anthony and your faces morphed together.
Because everyone's morphing.
They'll know how topical the show is.
Why haven't we joined the morphing craze yet, Sam?
Because once again, we're behind this bandwagon. See, look at this. People are morphing Michael
Jackson's face into a
fucking zombie.
We got to get on this bandwagon.
That's everyone's morphing. Look.
Wow.
Please end with a cadaver.
Yeah, skeleton.
If these guys knew what they were doing with their morphing skills.
Looks like a fucking geisha girl on half of these.
It is. It's creepy shit, man.
I was with you.
It's very scary.
All right, let's get into the morphing bit. Come on.
Morphing.
Let's treat this Fred Travolina with class, will you?
Yeah. Send him off with respect. Yeah.
What happened to Fred?
Come on, where's Fred Travolina?
Where's Fred?
Eddie from Boston. Opie,
Eddie.
Jimmy had a horrible line that you all missed. When Ant was talking about being on a cruise with Fred Travolina, Jimmy said, so wasn't Rosie O'Donnell.
No, I said, so was... Ant said he was on the last cruise I was on, and I said, so was Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh, okay.
Meaning that I was on a gay cruise.
Yes.
That was funny.
I knew there was something there. He misrepresented. He said, you said, so wasn't.
No.
So was. That's funny, man.
Thank you.
Oh, see, then the other guy got it right. You guys plowed through a brilliant Jimmy line and said he was on a cruise with Fred Travolina, and Jimmy said, so was Rosie O'Donnell. Gay cruise, get it? Get it?
Everyone's morphing, though.
All right, let's get back
Everyone.
to
everything. I'm going to morph the last 9 presidents of the United States, okay? Voice and morphing. President Kennedy, Lyndon Johnson, Richard Nixon, Gerald Ford, Jimmy Carter, Ronald Reagan, George Bush Sr., Bill Clinton, and George W. Bush. Morphing of the presidents.
All right, let's go. Let's go,
I,
Fred.
John Fitzgerald Kennedy, do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully
execute the duties of the office
of the President of the States Knighted You.
Ford.
United States.
And will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States from all enemies, foreign and domestic. So help us God, and God bless America. Go India Company, and don't mess with Texas.
Dead.
No.
Well, he is.
I know, but it's a shame.
That was kind of nice.
Nice, thank you.
It was a nice little bit.
Wow.
Doesn't hurt anyone.
Guy did a great Reagan, a great Bill Clinton.
Did he?
Tremendous.
He was so bad.
I know.
He is so.
Nixon was right on, though.
Oh, wow.
Did it start with Nixon?
Yeah.
And
Did a good Kennedy.
It did.
Kennedy was horrendous. Kennedy was horrendous.
He said his name. It's like, oh, that's who he is.
Sounded more like Kennedy from MTV.
Right.
Put him in grave. He said, make a left on Elm. Ooh, things are going to be different by the time I pass that Stemmons freeway sign.
Right. Sam, can we go home now?
Yeah, I think
Is it all right
our
with you?
tribute to Fred Travolina is over.
Is it okay? We weren't even supposed to be here today.
All right, you guys can go if you want.
Yeah,
I say from now on we have Travolina Mondays.
Yes.
Yeah, we should.
And everyone's morphing. Let's remember.
Yeah,
that.
we're all morphing. Everyone's morphing these
Should we
days.
start our morph song
He couldn't
parody
have gotten
contest?
into that better. He couldn't have gotten into that president thing better than everyone's morphing these days.
Well, what else is really going on the internet right now other than morphing?
It's true.
Not a whole lot.
I would say Ant spends most time on the internet than any of us. And have you seen a lot of morphing?
No.
I haven't.
Then you probably don't spend that much
morph.
time.
It's either morphing or hate speech sites.
Yeah, well,
that's what the whole internet is.
And anyone could do these, right?
Well, yeah, that's why they're just all over the place.
Yeah, everyone's doing them. That's why.
Look at that.
Why would you morph these things? It's so stupid.
Ford into
Indiana Jones? Well, he was Indiana
yeah,
Jones.
just put a hat on him.
Who
can't do that?
Stupid.
Hannibal Lecter and Anthony Hopkins. Oh,
That's a good
Put a
morph.
mask on him.
Yeah.
Wow,
On
that's
him,
difficult.
you just-
And then do a slow fade.
They look similar.
Yeah.
Oh, Nicholson and Crow.
Oh, that could be rough.
Wow.
Oh, look,
Cool.
I see what they do here.
It's nothing. This is stupid.
Bob Kelly and Dane's ass.
Just take the picture.
You know what,
No morphing
dude?
necessary.
The fuck is that? I go out and work with the guy. You know what, dude? We all got to make a living.
Wow, you can watch it morphing videos all day.
Yeah.
See, and this
Thank
is
you,
why.
YouTube. Thank you. Sam, can we go home? Please.
Well, you can go home, but it would kind of. I mean, everybody likes more. You know what I mean?
I say always leave them wanting more.
You know what? We'll give them more next. I like that. I like
okay.
how you think, Sam.
Yes.
More next. Opie and
More
Anthony.
next.